everybody? We are live. We're here with you guys as the football expert will be joining us here shortly. Um, yeah, he'll be joining us here in just a moment. There we go. Finally got everything all set up as the Chicago Bears are on the clock, 8:15 to go on the clock here for them. And the anticipation for Bears fans is there. We assume they're going to go after Caleb Williams, but we'll see. If you guys haven't already, check out the link to my um, final mock draft as I compete in the Huddle Reports competition each year against the big guys like McShay, Mel Kiper, um, all those guys. So it's gonna be fun to see how it goes and where we finish up this year. As if you go to the huddlereport.com and then click on the live scoring, you'll be able to find me there. There's a bunch of guys, Lance Zerline. Um, like I said, you got Josh Norris from Underdog Fantasy, bunch of guys, Daniel Jeremiah, Peter Schrager, all the big guys that you can think of. They're all on here. Um, so it's going to be fun, and hopefully we can do good here. And the football experts also in this with us, so we'll keep you guys updated on how we're doing. Basically, how the scoring works is you get 1 point if you correctly pick a player correctly predicted in the first round. You get 2 points, 2 bonus points if you match the team. So, for example, if Caleb Williams goes first overall, I will get 3 points because I had a player, he was drafted in the first round, and I had a match with him. Whereas if Drake May were to go first, I would only get 1 point because he was in my first round, but he didn't go to the team I had correctly picked. So it's going to be fun. Let's get a shout outs going here. We got Fun Football Podcast in here. Good to see you, man. If you guys haven't already, go subscribe to him on YouTube. He is a very good football channel to check out. Very good guy. Go check him out. We got the Mac and Cheese Podcast in here. Go check them out as well. Big Packers fans, both of them are. So go check them out. Great work they do on YouTube as well. We got Sorgy Stories, a good friend of the show. What's up? Happy draft night. That's right, man. We're ready to get going on this. Go check them out as well. Great content from the Sorgy squad over there on their channel. Go sub them up. And we got here the Football Extraordinaire. Go check him out as well. We got a lot of great channels here in the chat with us. So go check him out as well. Just a great channel over there as well. Got Caleb Williams one. It's pretty simple. We say that, but remember, this is the same franchise that took Mitchell Trubisky number 2 overall. So I wouldn't say it's a guarantee that Caleb Williams goes 1 here, but 99% chance. Hopefully he does for the sake of my mock draft. And then Sorgy says, got the Sixers game on the TV and a laptop split screen between you guys and McAfee stream. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. A lot going on. You know, coming from the Bears, that wouldn't shock me if McCarthy went 1. It wouldn't shock me. Hashtag the Bears still suck. That's right. That's right. So I'm gonna read you guys down the list here of my first round mock draft. It'll be easier to fill time once we get the football expert in here and get some picks rolling. Right now, it's a little slow as we just anticipate Caleb Williams is number 1. 4.5 minutes on the clock here for Chicago. All right, so let's run you through my first round mock draft. Number 1 overall, I have the Bears taking Caleb Williams. Number 2, I have the Commanders taking Jaden Daniels. At 3, the Patriots taking Drake May. At 4, the Cardinals taking Marvin Harrison Jr. At 5, the Vikings trading up with the Chargers to get J.J. McCarthy. At 6, I have the Giants getting Malik Neighbors as the pick is in for the Chicago Bears. At number 8, I have the Falcons taking Dallas Turner. Number 9, the Bears taking Olu Fashanu. At 10, the Jets taking Bowers. At 11, the Chargers taking Odunze. At 12, the Broncos taking Bo Nix. At 13, the Raiders taking Telis Fuega from Oregon State. At 14, the Saints taking Brian Thomas Jr. 15, the Colts taking Terrion Arnold. 16, Seahawks taking J.C. Latham. 17, Jaguars getting Kenyon Mitchell. At 18, the Bengals getting Troy Fatanu. At 19, the Rams getting Byron Murphy. At 20, the Steelers getting Amarius Mims. 21, the Dolphins getting Jerzon Newton. At 22, the Eagles getting Nate Wiggins. At 23, the Vikings getting Latu Letu. At 24, and here's one thing on the edge rushers, real quick, while I have Latu going so late. I didn't know where he was going to end up. I feel like the reason I have him at 23, I think he could potentially go higher, but the reason I have him at 23 is because just in case the Vikings don't trade up from 11, I think he could be the play there at 11 for them. So that's why I have him at 23 to the Vikings, just trying to get the 3 points for him, get the player team match. I know he's going first round. I think it could be to the Vikings if they don't trade 11. So that's why I have him so low. At 24, I have the Cowboys taking Jordan Morgan. At 25, the Packers taking Cooper DeJean. At 26, the Buccaneers taking Jared Verse. The reason I have him so low, I didn't really know where to put him, so I kind of just threw him in down here at the end. At 27, the Cardinals taking Kool-Aid McKinstry. 28, the Bills get A.D. Mitchell. 29, the Lions get Chop Robinson. 30, the Ravens get Tyler Guyton. 31, the Niners get Ennis Rakestraw. And 32, the Chiefs get Keon Coleman. As the first pick is being announced now, and it is Caleb Williams going first overall to the Chicago Bears. He's done it. He's the first overall pick for Chicago. So, Bears fans, if you're in the chat, let me know what you think about getting your guy, Caleb Williams, first overall, as our mock draft is off to a good start. As we have 3 points, and I'm interested to see now who had somebody other than Caleb Williams going right here. That's what I'm interested to see now. But a good pick. Good pick for sure. I think that he's pretty clearly the best QB prospect to have been taken here. I think that one is pretty obvious. You wouldn't really see anybody else go number one other than him, as he's obviously very hyped. This is, what he's worked for his whole life. He's finally getting to see it happen now. So he gets his jersey with his name on the back of it, hugs the commissioner, and he's the number one overall pick here in the 2024 NFL Draft. Yep, football extraordinaire. I also have Daniels going second here to Washington, as they have 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go here. I'm interested. The main thing I'm interested in seeing right now is what I'm interested in seeing, and what I'm really watching for, is who makes that first trade. Um, who makes the first trade here? Tanner Mordecai going number one. Football extraordinaire says, I think it will be the Browns. Only problem with the Browns trading up is they don't have a first round pick this year. So it's going to take a lot in the future for them to move in to the first round, even if it's just because they don't have an extremely high second. It's not like they have a top 5 second round pick either. So it's going to take a lot of future picks for them to jump up into the first round. And I just don't know. One, they're not going to have enough to trade up into the early first round. They're just not going to be able to beat anybody's offer with what they have. And to trade into the back end of the first round, I just don't think there's really anybody worth what they're going to have to give up with not having a first rounder this year. That's going to be difficult for them. We'll see if, as they're showing now, the Bears' first round QBs the last 8 years. We'll see if Caleb Williams actually lasts with them. As 2017, they took Trubisky second overall. Obviously, he turned out to be nothing. Fields in 2021, they took him 11th overall. He's with the Steelers. I mean, he showed potential. They just didn't give him. They just or rebuilding under him. And now that they got the team rebuilded, they trade him away to Pittsburgh, and so now Caleb Williams takes over. We'll see what he's able to do here with this Bears team, and I'm excited to see how he does because I mean he definitely has some pieces. They still have some work to do. Um, I have to. I'm trying to think. That offensive line needs some help, big time. But if you get the offensive line patched up, the defense has gotten a little bit better. Um, the defense has gotten a little bit better. Um, and they've made some improvements there offensively. Other than the O line, they've made a lot of improvements, especially at that wide receiver position, adding Keenan Allen this offseason as well. That was huge for them. And so, um, you look now, if they got the quarterback, so now they just need to patch up that offensive line, and they have the ninth overall pick. There's a good chance they're going to get Fashanu or Fuega, maybe even Joe Alt. I doubt he slides that far, but I could see them potentially trading up to five maybe and taking Joe Alt. That's a possibility. But they're going to get. I would imagine at nine they're going to go after an offensive tackle and shore up that offensive line. And then they're going to be a solid team next year if they can do that and their rookies pan out for them and some of their new additions as long as they stay healthy and the guys live up to what they are supposed to be. But with 2:40 to go on the clock here for Washington as they're getting ready to make their pick, as yes, I have Bo Nix going 13. I don't think he's the 13th best player. I don't think he's worth a first round pick. Or no, I have him going 12. I have him going 12. I don't think I don't think that he's worth it, but I feel like the Broncos are going to be a team to reach for him. I could see them reaching and doing that. As Jaden Daniels looks to be smiling in the green room, we'll see what that means as the pick is in for Washington. They're celebrating there in their draft room, and we'll see who it is. We'll see who it is. Um, yeah, for sure. Eagles are a safe bet to move up to, and that's why I have them going. That's why I have them going with. That's why I have him going with Nate Wiggins because he's a guy who could fall to where they sit at, but he's also a guy who they could potentially trade up and go get. I like Wiggins to the Eagles. Um, Broncos will take JJ. I have him going 5 to Minnesota. I have Minnesota trading up from 11 to 5 with the Chargers to take JJ McCarthy. I've heard a lot of talk about them getting him. Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of why I have them taking Knicks there. I just feel like that's such a Broncos move to do. They're going to be desperate for a QB. I feel like it's either going to be Penix or Knicks. Um, it'll either be Penix or Knicks for sure. As the pick is in for Washington and the commissioner's coming to the stage to announce it now, we'll see. Is it going to be Jaden Daniels or is it going to be Drake May? Yep, Jaden Daniels. I knew it. I mean, there wasn't any way that they were going Drake May too after Sam Howell. That like they weren't going to go with a North Carolina quarterback twice in a row in turn not years, but in terms of their quarterbacks, they weren't going to go from one UNC QB to another, which means we know who New England's going with now. Yeah, exactly. First two are no shock, and I doubt this third one will be either. I mean, I would assume, especially now with Belichick not their GM anymore, making their draft picks, I would assume that they're going to go with Drake May. If Belichick was still there, who the heck knows what would happen? But since he's gone now, I just don't see any possible way that they don't take Drake May here. I mean, that you have to take him here. There's just no way you don't. But I mean, we've definitely seen definitely seen crazier things. as we currently sit tied for first right now with 6 correct points. Um, or with 6 points, 2 matches correct, and both players taken in the first round. So we're currently at a tie for first place. Second place, everybody either has 6 points or 4 points. So I don't know if some of these people missed on Jaden Daniels or if they missed on Caleb Williams. Not sure which one. I would assume probably they missed on Jaden Daniels because there's just I don't see any way that you could be a professional and take anybody to the Bears other than Caleb Williams. But people do crazy stuff sometimes. But Jaden Daniels, good pick. I like him to Washington. Only thing I will say about him is that the way he played in college, he's not going to be able to play at the NFL level, or he's just not going to last. He's going to have to protect his body more in the NFL, preferably put on a little bit more weight as well. I don't think that's a huge thing. I think the main thing with him is just, he's going to have to protect his body more. Um, that's for sure. He's gonna have to protect his body more. Um, yeah, exactly. Belichick's on the computer screen next to your stream instead of sitting in a draft room. That's right. Um, greatest greatest head coach. One of the greatest head coaches ever. Arguably one of the worst GMs ever, though. I mean, you just look at the picks he missed, and the list just goes on and on and on and on and on for him. Not a good GM at all was Bill Belichick, but um, very good head coach. As the Patriots pick is in now, and we will wait to see who they go after. My pick is Drake May. So we're assuming right here that Drake May will be the pick. I just don't see any way you can't go with him. And here comes Roger Goodell to this mic. And it's Drake May. So we are 3 for 3 here. Good pick there for the Patriots. Great pick there for the Patriots, and I really feel like, personally, I think Drake May, as long as he doesn't have any kind of injuries or just things in his franchise just go terrible, I think that he's going to be. Um, and of course, they have to show, and the first highlight they show is him throwing an absolute dime against Clemson. But as long as, no injuries, nothing like that to him, and his franchise doesn't just completely crumble and they help him out, I think he's going to be better than Jaden Daniels in the NFL. I just think he's got the bigger body, the bigger arm, better field vision. Um, Obviously, Daniels does have a little bit of a better accuracy, but also I don't see Daniels. I don't see Daniels making it very. I don't know if he's going to be able to finish a lot of seasons, especially early on, if he doesn't change his play style. As we got the football expert in here now, our Bears fan, how you feeling about that pick at number one, getting Caleb Williams?
Expected. I think that like with Caleb, my biggest thing with Caleb is just the simple fact of at this point it's just you gotta prove it. You gotta prove it. We all are counting on you as Bears fans to not screw it up. And yeah,
Don't get your hopes up. If I heard correctly, the Bears have never had a 4,000-yard passer.
or a 30 touchdown guy. I know, I know.
Yeah,
So let's see here. Has the huddle report updated yet?
they have not. I have it updated through the first two.
Okay, okay,
Now it's updated. I just updated it. Yeah,
okay, okay. Well, we
there
each have nine
are
points here.
pretty much everybody's at 9. There's a few people with 5. A few people with
Wait,
6.
you have six. Oh, he probably hasn't. It probably didn't update properly.
Either that or it was put in wrong because I have Caleb Williams 1, Jaden Daniels 2, and Drake May 3.
Okay, it's in correctly for me, but we'll see. I don't
I'll
know,
have to
but
keep an eye on that.
what are your thoughts on this pick? I actually haven't seen your mock draft, so um, I know we talked about it a little bit, but what are your thoughts on this pick?
At number 4,
Yeah. Hmm.
I've got Marvin Harrison going here. I just don't see
Okay.
any way they pass up on him.
Yeah. Yeah. I was tempted to do that, and to be honest, I probably should have went with it. But I like the Vikings taking whatchamacallit. So
McCarthy,
McCarthy. Yeah.
I have them
So
trading up, but I have them trading up at 5
yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I hope that
because
happens because it means that the Bears have a
I
better
don't
chance of
think
Joe Alt.
Arizona's taking a quarterback.
Oh, 100% no, not
And
with the
so
Kyler
the
contract.
Chargers obviously aren't, but the Giants could. That's why I have them trading up to 5 because they don't need to trade up to 4.
Hmm.
As the pick is in for Arizona. I remember
Well, no
back, it'd be
trade.
crazy if I predict that trade right because I remember back in 21, I picked the Justin Fields trade perfectly for the Bears to trade up and pick him.
Hey, we picked it.
Yeah, we did. That's right. That was
Yeah,
the year we did it together.
that was the mutual year. So, but who do you have at five? Do you are not five because you have McCarthy at five? Who do you have at six then?
I believe, yeah, Malik Neighbors.
Okay, okay, that's fair. Yeah, I think that the Giants. I don't know. The Giants. I think taking Neighbors makes sense. I think though Doomsday is not their guy. So I'm not sure.
I don't either, but they definitely need a wide receiver bad.
They really do. They really do. So let's see here.
I'm worried about my points. Hopefully they get those things updated. I'm still at
Yeah.
6.
That's no fun.
Yep, 4 for 4. Marvin Harrison Jr. going 4.
Dadgummit, I should have went with Harrison Jr. So that's a mistake on my part.
Here was
So,
another thing I did with the Vikings that was strategy-wise, is
Mhm.
that so I have them trading up from 11 to 5 to get McCarthy, but I have them at
Mhm.
23 taking Latu.
Yeah,
I don't think Latu falls to 23. The reason I have him there is because if the Vikings are picking at 11, I could see him being took at 11.
yeah, that is true.
And it's just the team you have to match, not the pick. So that's why I had him there.
Yep. Mhm.
So now I'm hoping to see trade, which then again, I mean, McCarthy could still go at 11 to Minnesota.
Yeah, that is true.
Chargers. If the Chargers take somebody, I have them taking at 11 Romo Dunze.
Mhm.
So it's possible they take him here at 5, but I think if they go receiver here, um, I think that they're going with Neighbors. Because I feel like Odunze fits the more body and play type that Quentin Johnson does, and you don't want 2 of the same guy. Whereas
Especially with how the Quentin Johnson experiment is gone.
exactly, yeah. Obviously, I think Odunze is better than him, but with the way that Neighbors plays a little bit differently than those guys, I like that. I like that better. As Football Extraordinaire says, 5 Bowers, 6 Neighbors, 7 Joe Alt. The problem I have with Bowers at 5 to the Chargers is that the Chargers need an outside receiver a lot more than they need a tight end, and with elite receivers still on the board, I think that's where they would go.
Mhm.
Because it's
Yeah.
great to have an elite tight end, but like you saw with the Chiefs, especially earlier in the season, it was hard to get Kelsey the ball because you didn't have any receivers on the outside, so you could double, sometimes even triple team him because you
Yeah.
knew that you could go one-on-one with their receivers and nobody could beat you. So you have to have that elite
Well,
receiver that requires
mhm.
a safety over the top of him first.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that it comes down to, like X's and O's wise, is that it's a lot easier to bracket a guy that's a tight end that's staying inside the middle of the field than it is to bracket a guy on the outside part of the field. Because if you do that, well, then if you bracket a guy on the outside part of the field, you're giving up a guy on the inside, and then it makes it
Hmm.
easier for a tight end or a crossing route or something like that. So you gotta make sure you're doing that as well.
For sure. And when you have that receiver on the outside who requires safety help every single play,
Mm-hmm.
then as a defense, you don't have an option of also double teaming another player.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't, unless you're not bringing any pressure at all.
Yeah.
Um, and so that's what makes it difficult for teams, and that's why I feel the Chargers need a wide receiver first, as the Chargers been on the phone a lot here. I'm not sure if that's with a player, if they're looking at
I think
trades
that's
or
what the
what.
team.
I think
That's got
so,
to be a
yeah.
team.
Also, I I don't remember whenever a team makes a trade, if they were to trade up, the clock keeps running, right? It doesn't
No,
start
if
over,
they,
does it?
it does. It
It
resets like
does
I think
start over
five to five. I
to
think.
5. Okay. Okay. I couldn't remember. I didn't think it
I,
started all the way over, but I also didn't think it just continued.
no, yeah, it
I
doesn't.
thought
It
that it
doesn't
would set back
stay
to a
up.
certain point or add like 2 minutes or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As been a pretty decent list of players drafted in the first round with football Hall of Fame dads.
Mm-hmm.
Most
Yeah,
recent
but
until tonight with Marvin Harrison being Jake Matthews in 2014.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I think the other thing that I would say is the longer that this Chargers team stays on the board, the more likely that this is a trade. So
I'm
if
sorry,
it
what was
is a
that?
trade, I said the longer they're on the board, the more likely it's a trade.
Probably so, yeah.
So you're not waiting to 2 minutes, I think, to figure out. That's the only other thing is that I just don't, I get the reason why the NFL does it for money, but it's just so annoying that they take 10 minutes on the first round because like you know who you're gonna pick, especially this early on. So that's my opinion of that. But I don't know if the Browns have any picks there, extraordinaire. I think that the Browns have given up all their picks for Deshaun Watson. Um, so I don't even, do the
That's
Browns have a first round pick?
No, they don't. That's what I was saying. It's going to be hard for the Browns to trade anywhere into the first round because they're going to have to give so much up in the future, and they're not going to be able to outbid other teams because they don't have a first round pick.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's going to
So
be hard. Even in the, what I was saying is that it's impossible for them to move up into the first round, um, into the early part of the first round because they're not going to be. There's going to be other teams if they're trying to trade up. There's going to be other teams trying to trade with better offers. And
yeah.
for them to trade later into the first round and 20 and back, there's not going to be anybody available that's going to be worth what they're going to have to give up to move into the first round without a first round pick.
Hmm. Well,
It's just not.
they could do it maybe in the at the end of the first round, like get that fifth. Maybe if they want a fifth-year option, like the Ravens did with Lamar Jackson or something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for them to get in as the Chargers pick is in here. I would assume this is
Yeah.
probably going to be either Joe Alt or Malik Neighbors.
I hope it's not Joe Alt because I have Joe Alt going to the Texans or Titans, not Texans.
And if he goes here, then that's probably going to leave Fuega as the best offensive tackle on the board whenever the Bears get their pick.
Yeah, but I think we had this discussion. I think that having
Yeah.
them take Fulanu is the better move. Plus, Caleb Williams wants Fulanu because of him being his high school teammate. So I think it's even more possible that Fulanu goes to the Bears.
Well, here's the problem I see is that if Joe Alt goes at 5, I think Fashanu goes at 7 to the Titans. And
Yeah,
that's why I
but then
said
that's
I
fine
think they're
because,
gone. I think they're gone.
well, if you're getting Fulanu, are you saying Falaga's gone at 7 or Fulanu?
I'm saying Fashanu from Penn State is going at 7 if Alt goes here.
Well, I think Falangu is the one that goes, not Fushanu.
From Oregon State?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've seen him a little bit lower than Fashanu on everybody's board.
I've actually seen him higher on a couple of people's boards.
Really?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, I saw.
personally I have Alt Fashanu Fuega.
Yeah,
That's how
I
I have him ranked.
saw.
But I
Um,
think if you're the Bears at 9, you can't go wrong with any of the 3 that you obviously you would prefer Joe Alt over the other 2,
oh yeah,
but I don't
yeah.
think there's a significant difference between the other 2 that it really matters who you get.
I
Um,
think that you should get Fushanu because he's a left tackle.
yeah, I
But
agree. I think
Falangu
it's
is
easier if you can
not
get
a.
him.
Yeah, if the Bears take
Obviously,
a wide receiver, it
Fuega
will
is
be
going to
him.
be drafted as a left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
As Goodell is walking to the mic, and he looks a little shocked they aren't booing him as much as typical.
Yeah.
But with the 5th pick of the draft, Joe Alt is off the board.
Dadgummit.
That's right, guessing the draft's like March Madness. For sure. For
Did you get
sure.
that pick right?
Nope, I had
Ooh.
Alt going at
No,
7
yeah.
to the Titans. Because I
Dadgummit.
had the Vikings trading up right
Yeah.
here. Alright, so I'm trying to keep track and just write everybody down who goes and try and keep track of my own points at home. That way I can catch any mistakes that he makes.
Walt's 4 for 5 like you.
Have they updated mine yet? I just now refreshed
Let's
it.
see here. Lincoln. Oh, there's 2 Lincolns. There's another.
Yeah, I just noticed that too.
No, they haven't refreshed
No, they
it.
haven't.
You're down at 7 points.
I'm supposed to. Well, okay. I'm supposed to be at 13. I got the first 4 right. That's 12 points plus Joe Alt. I'm supposed to be at 13 points.
I can't help you there, Lincoln.
I'm supposed to be tied for second right now.
Yeah.
They're messing my whole thing up. They didn't give me Marvin Harrison either.
Wow. Maybe it didn't work properly. Maybe it didn't send in correctly. I don't know, but
Because I'm pulling up
Giants.
the file. I pulled up the file I sent him. And yeah, that's exactly what I have. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Marvin Harrison Jr., the first 4.
You'll have to talk to him about that. He does go in and check everything, so there is that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And right now I'm tied for last.
Nice.
No, my thing cannot be updated. I only have 3 players that have been. I've only been given credit for 3 players in the first round.
Yeah. So you're.
And I know I had Marvin Harris. I haven't gotten anything for Harrison or Joe Alt.
Yeah. I hope Neighbors goes here. I really need Neighbors to go here.
Right now, I don't care who goes here. I'm not getting the point either way.
That is true.
How many points are you sitting at right now?
11.
11. Okay, so I'm ahead by 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You might be penalizing me because I was a little late.
Maybe that's it. So that means that I'm ahead of you.
I think something is messed up though, because there is another guy who only has 3 players correctly picked in the first round, and he has 3 matches, so he has 9 points. He hasn't been given any points for the last 2 picks either.
Mm-hmm.
I think there may be something wrong with it, and I just happen to be the one there's something wrong with.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's no way that somebody didn't have Marvin Harrison and Joe Alt going in the first round.
Yeah.
There's just no way they didn't.
Well, we could always look it up.
One guy has 5 players. He has all 5 players in his first round. He's only got 1 match the whole way.
Oh my god. That means he probably had Caleb. Or if he didn't have Caleb, he's stupid.
I looked, but they didn't update it until the second pick. I was trying to see if anybody didn't have Caleb Williams go number 1.
I think everybody did. You'd have to be pretty.
I didn't look to see, but JJ McCarthy with a little bit of a smile on his face here as they show him in Michigan. He may be getting picked here. I was wondering if he was at the draft, if he could potentially be the next Will Levis.
Oh no, he won't be that. People like him too much.
He probably should be the next Will Levis if he showed up, but he won't be.
Yeah. So the Giants pick is in. I just don't see him taking McCarthy. I just don't. I don't know. We'll see. So what's your favorite pick so far?
Well, the 6 picks being announced now. Hold on. Malik Neighbors, number 6 overall.
Yes,
needed that
sir.
one.
Let's go. I like that one. That one really helps me. So I'm back ahead of you now, officially and unofficially.
No, not officially. Or unofficially.
Yeah.
I'm 5 for 6 right now.
You didn't have Neighbors though.
Yeah, I did. Add Malik
Oh,
Neighbors, number 6 to the Giants.
I thought you said that you didn't have that.
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, I've got Neighbors at 6. So I'm at 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16
I'm
points.
officially ahead of you then.
Yeah, because my thing, they won't update mine for some reason.
Or once, yeah, you're at 3 for 4
Okay,
right now.
yeah, I don't know how, like, how is
I
this
feel like
messed up? Because there's more people who are messed up because I know everybody had these 6 guys in their first round. There's no way you're in a competition like this and you don't have them in the first round. And there's
yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4 of us who it says I only have 4 players right in the first round and 2 that only have 5.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I
Um,
find it interesting how bad the huddle report is in this competition.
I know the website is and the website's not the best either.
The website's
But
awful.
yeah. But it is funny how, like, if you just scroll through here, the people that work for them, they're usually
Yeah, I
finish a
know.
little bit lower. They're
Yeah, to
usually
be fair,
finish in the bottom half.
they do have 2 guys that are tied for first right now. So, but they also have like 7 people, 10. It may be close to 10 people in this competition for them. So,
Yeah,
maybe
there's
even more than
3 of them
that.
that are all at 16 with 5 for 6. There's another one 16 at 5 for 6. Another one 16 5 for 6. Another one. Like, they have a bunch of people in it.
I didn't realize how many people
Another one.
work for them. I don't know if work for them's the right
Another
word.
one that's 4 of 6. Another one that's 4 of 6. Yeah, they got a bunch of people. Another guy that's 4 for 6. As I'm scrolling through, they've got a bunch of people.
Yeah, they do have a lot
What's
of people.
sad? Listen to how sad this is. All right, these are
Okay.
people that get paid
Hundreds
thousands
of
of dollars
thousands.
to do this for a living. I'm just a high school student who enters into this competition. Not to mention, I've been robbed of 1 match or of 2 matches so far. Right? Yeah, I'm missing. I'm supposed to be at 3, 6, 12,
16.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16 points. So I'm being robbed of 6 points right now. 6 points. And there are still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 guys whose thing is fully updated that are below me right now. And I'm missing 6 points.
Yeah.
To me, that's
Hey,
just
wow, Lance
insane.
Zerline is behind me. Is behind both of us technically.
Yeah.
Hey
Where's
Josh,
Wald at?
hey, we need to take Josh Green's job. He's tied with me at 14. We
Okay.
need to take Josh Green's job, the Fox Sports Spartanburg guy. Let him know that somebody else is better at it. We've beaten him the past 3 years.
Where's he at right now?
He has 12 points. He's right by
Okay.
Zerline.
Yeah. Okay. There's a guy from Fox Sports, 2 guys from Fox Sports below me, another guy from Fantasy Pros. Like, there's some actual Joe Marino. He used to be with the Draft Network. He's with Locked On NFL Scouting now. He's below me, and like I said, I'm missing out on 6 points right now.
Mm-hmm. Albert
Um,
Breer with Sports Illustrated's tied with us. Good old Wap Neptula.
yeah, there's a bunch of people behind us.
Man,
Um,
I could have gotten this first 6 picks right. It kind of annoys me because if I didn't switch up McCarthy, though, do the Titans or the Titans pick is it? When is McCarthy going? Also, do the Bears get to then fleece the Vikings for number 9?
That's what I was gonna say. Do the Bears, if McCarthy, that's gonna be huge for the Bears if McCarthy's available there.
Because that means that, yeah, sure, the Bears aren't going to take him, and neither are the Jets. Well, do the Jets maybe take a shot with Rodgers? Do you take McCarthy?
They're saying he could be the next Zach Wilson. I mean, it's definitely possible.
Or do the Broncos take him now that they have Zach Wilson? I feel like if
If
he
the
falls all the way to
Broncos
the
quarterback room
Bears,
was made up of Zach Wilson and JJ McCarthy, no middle-aged woman would be safe in Denver from those two guys.
wow, Lincoln going straight for the jugular. But yeah, I don't know.
I really need the Vikings to trade up and take McCarthy. Because
I
if
do
not,
too.
then I'm guaranteed to lose a point because I had the Broncos taking Knicks.
Oh, that's true.
I
I
think
have
we
the
both
Broncos
had that one.
taking Knicks too. Yeah. I don't know.
So we're out a point there because if the Broncos take him, what would be clutch is if the Broncos, if he does fall, well, no, Minnesota picks in front of Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, Minnesota picks in front of Denver.
Does Denver
So
take
as
the
long as Denver
QB? Do you
doesn't
think?
trade up.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just
Who
some
who
interesting
is
stuff.
what who even is in Denver's quarterback room right now? They have Zach Wilson and who else? Do they
I'll
still have
look it up.
Stidham? Is it still Stidham?
1 second. Yeah, Stidham and
Gosh,
Danucci.
their
Sam
QB
Danucci.
room is literally made up of pretty boys. What people consider pretty boys. If they draft JJ McCarthy, if they draft JJ McCarthy, all they will need is Jimmy G.
Oh.
Like just put the Bachelor, just make
Just
the
put the Bachelor at
Bachelor
Denver.
and just use the Broncos
Well, then
QB room
the
as the
the
show
problem,
people.
yeah, the problem is I think Jared Stidham would be at a massive disadvantage. Like he doesn't got anything going for him in that department.
Not really.
No,
What's
he
sad
would
though
have
is
a.
when you look at the names in that, you think Zach Wilson, oh, he went second overall. And even if they draft JJ McCarthy, Jarrett Stidham may still be the best QB in that room.
Mm-hmm.
As the Titans pick is being announced now, with the 7th pick of the draft, the Titans are taking J.C. Latham,
What the?
tackle out of Alabama.
It gets me a point. It also takes anybody else away from getting a point. So I do like that because there's
The
no way
Bear,
anybody had.
the Bears may get Fashanu here. I mean,
I hope
yeah,
so.
Fashanu here. The
That's a
Bears may get him
shocking
because
pick.
I don't think Atlanta's going left tackle.
Who had that? J.C. Latham? There were 5 guys that had J.C. Latham going to the Titans. That's ridiculous. And that's perfect, Matt. There are still 5 guys that are perfect. I'm sorry, but I guess I was
Who do they
not
work
following.
for?
2 of them work for the Huddle Report. One of them works for High
That's
Floor
it.
Football.
That's
One
it.
of them works for Mundu Sports. One of
I
them
tell you,
works for the
there's some
football.
people in here. It's just the most random stuff. I've never even
To
heard of
be, hey,
where they're
you
from.
are sane. Like we are, we are our own operation too.
Oh no, yeah, I know. I just mean it's like there's a bunch of us in here that are just the most random stuff.
Yeah,
Like one
yeah.
guy, Benjamin Robinson from Unexpected Points.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Like I've never heard of Game Flows. That might
Yeah,
explain why he only has 9 points. He's only matched one team.
that is
He's only matched one.
hilarious. That's
It would be
horrendous.
really nice if they would update my thing. I still only have credit for 5 players.
Wait a second. Did I not get a player? There's no way that I didn't have Latham in this. Did I
Did you
seriously
miss
not
him?
put... Did I
You
not
couldn't
put
have.
Latham in? Ah, did I
Who
take
was
him
it? Who
out?
was it the one year we completely forgot to put in our mock draft?
It was the first year we did it. I forget who it was, though.
It was. I forget who it was, but we just completely
Ah,
forgot to
I
put him
put
in.
Latham in there, and then I switched out Jordan Morgan with the Niners, and crap. That's terrible. That's terrible. I meant to put Latham back in there, but I switched out a couple of guys. And this is the problem with doing it at 11 o'clock last night and having finals and all of that stuff. Yeah. Do you see
Well,
the
that's
chat,
not as
though,
bad as
Lincoln?
what I did. I sent the email and then shut my computer before it sent. And woke up this morning, realized I never sent him my thing. Thankfully, he still let me send it in.
Yeah. Did you see what is in the comment section?
Let me go look now. Okay, I'll go look and check now.
Oh, the Falcons pick is in already. I like the Falcons.
Yeah,
I need them
I
to take Verse.
just noticed that.
I need them to take Jared Verse. I need that badly.
I need him to take. Let's see. I need him to take Dallas Turner right here.
I hope they don't take Dallas Turner. Let's see here. What was I doing? Okay, so Falcons are on the board. Edge rusher, offensive tackle are big needs. Do you think that the Bears trade the 9th pick if McCarthy's still there?
It's
Or
possible.
do you think McCarthy's fallen?
What I'm confused at is why
Like,
is Michael Penix Jr. on the camera right now?
There's no way they take him.
How do they
There
know
is
that?
no way. There is no way. I would be absolutely shocked. I would be shocked out of my mind if they took a shot.
What do they know that we don't, having the camera on Michael Penix Jr. here?
To be fair, it's probably them just doing controversial things to just do dumb
Yeah, but
things.
here's the thing. There's people who know who the pick is outside of the Falcons war room and the player. Because think about it. They got to patch the name on the jersey, get the card in. It's definitely possible ESPN knows who's going to be picked already.
Oh, yeah. But there's no way. There's no way.
It can't be, right?
No.
It can't be, right? The football extraordinaire. I didn't do a mock draft that far down, but if you do want to go over to Fun Football Podcast and check out, we did a full 3-round mock over there, and the Browns actually got some good picks in that one. As Goodell is marching out onto the stage, let's see who the Falcons take. There's no way it's Penix.
Oh my
There's
gosh, they
just no
took
way.
Penix. They took Penix. They took
What
freaking Michael Penix. Holy
in the
snitches.
heck?
What? 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 Why?
I knew it whenever they showed him on the camera. I knew they knew who they
I'll-
picked.
I'll give you credit, Lincoln, but if somebody has all these picks right, they're
It was something about the look on his face when they showed him the camera that was more than just I'm just chilling right here. It was
okay. So nobody.
He
is
had that little
perfect.
smile on his face, like he knew.
The Bears got to trade, right? Right?
Who knows? The Falcons just took Michael Penix Jr. at 8. Who knows? No, again, I don't hate the player at all. I think he's going to be an excellent NFL quarterback. I just don't understand why you take him at 8 when if you wanted to take him first round, you could have traded back easily and taken him at 15 to 20.
Well, maybe we're wrong.
But,
Maybe JJ
but
and
what I
Bo Nix are lesser grades to everybody than Penix. Maybe we're
but what I
wrong.
really want to know is like they could have waited past 8 and got themselves some more picks before they took him. That's the only thing I don't like about it. I think Penix is an outstanding quarterback. I think he's going to be very good in the NFL. He's he's good at going through his reads. He's got a quick release.
He's
Um,
got a cannon of an arm.
he does, and he's got that mentality and that it factor that you need out of a quarterback. Um, so I mean, I think Penix is going to be a very good quarterback. I think he's going to have a great career in the NFL. I just don't understand taking him at 8. But I mean,
I do I do
I'm
agree
not
with Anthony.
I'm not
He's got to be
disappointed at all.
available. He's got to be
Especially with
available.
especially with the fact that he's going to be able to sit behind Cousins for a year or two.
Well, more than a
You
year
know,
or two. They just gave him a 4-year deal.
yeah, I just don't know if he's
I
gonna.
don't get that. I don't
I don't know if he's
understand.
gonna. I don't either. I
I,
don't
I,
either.
I, I, I'm fine with giving Penix a big deal, or I'm fine with giving Cousins a somewhat big deal. But my thing is this: I don't get why then you're drafting a quarterback in the top 10. That just seems like a misallocation of assets, like a bad misallocation of assets. You just signed a
Yeah,
40-year-old dude. Well, the Bears are picking, so no trade back. I think something's got to be wrong with McCarthy. I feel like everybody's got to be off on him. Everybody.
All right, so only 4 people had Michael Penix in the first round, and nobody had the match.
Only 4 people had him in the first round?
Yeah, and
That's not
nobody
right.
had the match, and I'm still sitting at 11 points, and they've only given me 5 players in the first round, even though I have 7 for 8.
Did I not? I had Penix in the first round, so more people than just me have to have him, right?
I don't even. Oh, you know what I was looking at? No, more people than that had him in the first round. I was looking at the people at the top. I didn't think about scrolling down because the one dude's up higher because it matches. Yeah, a lot of people actually had him in the first round.
Okay, I'm still at
Most
50.
people actually had him in the first round. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
why I
I'm at
didn't think
50.
to. I don't know why I didn't think to scroll down and look past that.
No, you're fine. Okay, so the Bears pick is in. Final prediction. I'm going with Fashanu.
That's
It
who
better
I'm
be
going with.
Fashanu. Also, I am going to take a break and
I
do
would
a.
like for it to be Fashanu because that's who I have picked to him.
That's who I have too, but I will also take a break as soon as it's announced to just put out a video.
Okay, I'm gonna
So,
take a break right after this just to use the bathroom real quick.
okay, so I'll get my quick thoughts in after. Dang it, they took Odunze. Why?
That makes no
Dang
sense
it.
to me.
Whatever. We're gonna have the best wide receiver core in the whole NFL. But
But
one second,
nobody to
I'm gonna.
block for your quarterback.
Yeah, I know.
I can't believe that. You had an excellent offensive tackle just sitting there, but they don't go with him, and the Jets are on the clock now, 6.5 minutes for him. Exactly. Yeah, for sure. For sure. He's a dog. He's got it in him. Um, for sure. But I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna go and use the bathroom real quick. Is the Vikings are trading up one spot with the Jets. Minnesota Minnesota's getting McCarthy here, but I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. But that's who I'm going with. Minnesota's taking McCarthy. It's in. It's got to be McCarthy here. It's got to be. You don't trade up a spot with the Jets to not take McCarthy.
Yeah, you definitely do. So I think that's got to be the pick, right? But
They're obviously going QB because they traded up.
yeah,
You're not trading up with the Jets to take anybody other than a QB. Not one spot.
I wonder how many people have this right with so many people not having the other picks. I don't know.
This has to be McCarthy.
I would like the Vikings and Roger Goodell to go up and take the pick.
They finally are. They've got the surviving family of a fallen Army sergeant helping Goodell with the 10th pick. And the little man Asher getting to make the pick here. The nephew of the sergeant. And it is J.J. McCarthy.
There we go. I like that.
That is a match for me.
And for moi.
Both of us. Both of us.
Yep. Well, let's see here. Let's see if it's updated through pick 10. Not yet. Okay. Okay, so the Vikings do get their quarterback. So does that mean that who do you think the Jets take? I have them. I had them taking Brock Bowers, but what do you think they do?
Let me see who I had him taking. I actually had him taking Bowers as well.
Okay. They already have the pick in, so
We talked a little about the draft, but it's not like we really talked about any picks in particular. We've actually
no, we
had, and
really
it's
don't.
always been like that. We've always been pretty similar.
Yeah, which makes sense, but definitely something that you don't see all the time.
No, definitely not. So I'm going through right now, adding up all my points. I am at 21 right now.
Okay.
So you should be at
Oh
what,
wow! So you're
19?
tied for. Yeah. Oh no, that's through pick 9. Never mind. But you're
Yeah, I
pretty
hadn't
well.
updated
You're
yet.
pretty well up there.
I sent the guy an email letting him know that none of my stuff's updating. Through
Yeah.
9 picks, it's only giving me credit for 6 players. I should have 8 of 9. 9 of 10 once it updates through 10.
Who's the player that you didn't have in the first round?
Penix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't have him.
I at least had Penix. I'm kind of surprised that the Bears didn't try to trade with McCarthy, with the Vikings to get McCarthy. I don't know. I definitely was surprised a little bit by that, but I don't know. Let's see what the Jets do here. Hopefully it's Brock Bowers. If it is, I think me and Lincoln are in good spots to move up this leaderboard a little bit. Let's see here. Waiting for the Jets to make their selection here.
All right. So we need the Jets to do us both a solid favor here.
Oh yeah.
A solid favor here, and to take Brock Bowers. And I would love it if the Broncos would go Bo Nix at 12.
That would be beautiful.
I would love that.
So far, neither one of our drafts has been awful, but it hasn't been superb either.
No, mine's been solid all the way. I mean, the only players that I haven't matched is Alt, Latham, and Odunze, and then I just completely missed Penix. And here they are with the 11th pick. The Jets are going with Olu Fashanu.
Dadgummit.
That's a good pick though.
Yeah, it is.
They don't have a left tackle and they need that. I think Bakhtiari is going to be their left tackle, and I mean, 5 years ago they'd have the best left tackle in the NFL. 5-6 years ago, but
Yeah.
now they don't even have a guy who's guaranteed to, play 12 games for them.
Yeah.
It just isn't likely.
Well, the Broncos are now on the board.
Please don't mess this up, Denver.
Let me see if we can get any insight on who the pick may be. The Broncos are taking Bo Nix. They are taking Bo Nix. So let's go. So at least we got that pick right, Nathan.
They've got to.
No, they are.
Are we behind?
Albert Breer of whatchamacallit posted it on Twitter.
Oh yeah, he's always a little bit ahead. I remember him
Yeah.
from previous years. It's like he was tweeting out before it even happened.
Yeah.
Like I knew I was
So
going to
I
be a
told-
little bit. I knew I was going to be a little bit behind because I'm on YouTube TV, but
Well, no, it's that he gets the information faster. It's not that we're particularly behind.
well, not only that. I mean, ESPN's completely selling. The Broncos pick is in, and who do they show on the camera? No player other than Bo Nix.
Yeah.
It's the only guy they show.
See where Walt's tied with me at 20. but he'll probably not. Where's Walt's thing? He blocked me on Twitter still, so
It's
gotta
posted
figure
on
out.
the Roar's website.
Okay, the Roar. I'll look it up on the Roar then. Because once we get to the later,
TheRoarFM.com.
once we get to the later picks, it's not going to be good for me because I just know I'm not very confident. He has the Broncos taking Verse, so I'll jump up past him. So I like that.
Yep.
He has the Raiders taking Terran Arnold. Also, at some point, a defensive player has to go. That's another thing.
Yeah, there hasn't been a single defensive player yet.
We're 13 picks in.
My pick of Verse all the way at the end might not be too bad after all.
Maybe not. I don't think he goes that late.
The reason I had him at 27 was I just didn't like him anywhere else. I didn't like trying to fit him in anywhere else. So I just put him in with the Buccaneers because I didn't know where to go with that pick, and I knew he was going to be, like, he's obviously going to be taken in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
So I just threw him in at the end just to get the point because I didn't know where else to put him, and I liked other people to other places better.
Yeah. Do 7 quarterbacks get taken? Do you think 7 quarterbacks get taken in this first round?
Let's see. Right now we have 1, 2, 3,
We have 6.
4, 5, 6. Rattler would be the next one.
Would Rattler be the next one? Who else is there?
It's got to be Rattler.
Let's see here. I don't think Rattler would go first round, but we're already 12 picks in and already 6 quarterbacks have been taken. So
yeah, but here's the thing: after the first part of the draft, there aren't really any team none of these teams in the back need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing is, yeah, we're 12 picks in and 6 QBs have gone, but once you hit a certain point, they don't need a quarterback. Like Raiders, possibly.
Not the Raiders, but
could.
if you look at, let's see here.
I think the Saints and the Seahawks would be the only other teams left that would take one.
Seahawks may. Let's see here. Who else could take one? The Cardinals at the end.
Oh yeah, 27. Maybe even the Ram. I doubt the Rams do at 19, but it's possible. Get somebody to sit behind Stafford.
That's true. They very well could.
The Lions potentially could. Just somebody to sit behind Goff. The Bucks potentially could at 26.
Let's see here. Rattler's available. Pratt, Slovitz, Travis. Yeah, there really isn't a guy available. To be honest, the late round quarterbacks aren't that bad either. Jason Bean, Austin Reed, Jack Plummer. That's not that bad.
It's not terrible, but then again, like none of them are going to be anything.
No, they aren't. Also, when do you think the first running back is taken? I think mid-second round.
There won't be a first rounder, that's for sure, unless the Cowboys take one first round.
If they do, I'll start laughing. Also, I don't get how Audric Estime is so. I don't get how Audric Estime is so low on some people's boards. I just don't get it. He's not going to be a.
It's the same reason Braylon Allen is.
But
and that's because of their. That's because of their. Yeah, I know, but I just mean it. They're both lower than guys because it's mainly because of their usage in college.
Well, Estime wasn't used that much in college. He was only the primary back for one season. That's it. And he wasn't even the hat. He was splitting. He only has a combined like 500 carries in college. That's not a lot at all. I don't know.
See here.
Okay, I do have 6 picks right, so I do like that. Like this year, I don't know whether this year is more predictable or everybody.
Yeah, I thought Estime had more. He only has 373 career carries. Yeah. I know Braylon Allen has like 700. Yeah, 597.
How many points are you at?
I'm at 25.
Excuse me. 25? Let's see where you'd be.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm 2 points behind you still. You'd be kind of near the top tier. You'd be the top 40%. 35. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm probably sitting at what, like top 35, 40 people?
Yeah. 28 is the highest points wise. A lot of people have that.
Okay.
A lot of people have 27. A few people have 26. You'd be up there. So, I don't know. We'll see. The Raiders. Who did I have the Raiders taking? The Raiders I had taking Dallas. Ooh, they could take Dallas Turner, dude. I could be right about that. Please take Dallas Turner. Come on, guys.
You have the
Do
Raiders
something
taking
right.
Dallas Turner?
Yes. This is such a come on, Raiders. Don't screw it up. I know John Gruden isn't your head coach, and you don't take Bama players every draft class and Clemson players. But come on, guys. Do it. Come on. Do me a favor here.
I know if John Gruden was still the coach, Turner, Arnold, and Wiggins would be an automatic lock to go here.
Yeah.
One of the three would be an automatic guaranteed lock to go there.
Yeah. I should have put Quinyon Mitchell going to like the Colts. Maybe I should have had Quinyon Mitchell going first.
I have him going to the Jags.
I have him going to the Jags. Wow, we didn't talk about that one either.
No.
I find it funny how close we are with these picks, like you talked about earlier.
I need the Raiders to take Fuega from Oregon State.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see if Breer's got the jump at all. 1 second. Let me refresh X here. Dang it, the Raiders are doing the Raiders thing. They're taking Brock Bowers.
Dang it.
Dang it. Dallas Turner was there, guys. That's all you had to do was take Dallas Turner. That's all you had to do.
My Jared Verse pick looks better and better.
You may get it right, dude. You may actually get it right. Also, Walt had Brock Bowers going to the Jets as well.
Interesting. We all had that.
We gotta call Walt one of these days. Check on our old buddy. Make sure he's doing okay.
We do. I've hit him on Twitter a few times.
He blocked me on Twitter, so that was from 3 or 4 years ago. So, and to be honest, I'm just mad at him for doing that. So I've just kind of been protesting and not really caring. So, okay, so they took Bowers, which kind of screws my picks up here.
Bumps me up to 26 points.
Oh, Fuega. I do have Fuega going to the Saints. That's a real possibility.
I need Brian Thomas Jr. to go right here.
I don't think they take a wide receiver. They need a tackle. They have to get a tackle.
Well, see, in the way that I had done the mock draft, the top 3 tackles were already off the board. And all Fashanu
top 3
and Fuega were already off the board.
Yeah.
So I guess Latham could have been the play there, but I felt like Brian Thomas Jr. was the better available guy than Latham at that point.
Yeah. Guess where I have Brian Thomas Jr. going?
Where's that?
The Pittsburgh Steelers. That
would be interesting. Walt has him to the
Who does Walt have the Steelers taking?
Walt has Thomas to the Jags. He has the Steelers taking Amarius Mims.
Who is Troy Fontu or Fontu?
He's a tackle from Washington. I have him at 18 to the Bengals.
Oh, I don't have him in my first round. Why does he have Xavier Legette in the first round?
I don't know.
Just trying to be nice to South Carolina fans.
He has Legette. He has Legette.
He's just stuck.
Listen, he has Legette and Worthy. in the first round, but I don't see Keon Coleman anywhere.
There's
I don't
no
even see
way
AD.
that.
Does he even have AD Mitchell in here?
There's no way AD Mitchell doesn't go. There's just no
He
way.
doesn't have
Also,
Mitchell. He doesn't have Mitchell or Coleman.
I just thought about this. Why the heck did the Raiders take Brock Bowers? They just took Michael Mayer. I forgot about that. I forgot
Yeah,
Mayer went
what?
there. I get that now you have two tight ends, and Breer's saying that it's a good fit that you have an inline tight end in Mayer and now a move guy in Bowers. But who runs two tight end set on a consistent basis? Nobody. Nobody. Not in that way. You're not going to pay both guys. I just
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. 1 second, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom.
As the Saints are on the clock here. That's another thing to think about. Michael Penix still owning Bo Nix. He was also drafted in front of him after beating him basically every time in his career. I actually don't think he. I don't think he lost to him at all.
He has that thing right in front of his face.
I don't know. I don't even know.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Let's see here. I'll refresh Breer's page, but the pick's not in yet, so he probably doesn't have anything. Let's see here. I just wish this draft was going just a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, I can't complain any because I'm at 26 points through 13 picks.
Yeah. I'm at 24, so I'm not that unhappy, but it's just like I could be so close. You're also only 3 points behind the lead guy.
Really?
Yep. 29 is the lead score right now. Also, one of the dudes has 7 correct picks and only 10 people correct. It means he's missed 3 people.
I
And I
don't know
don't
if
think that
I
I
don't know if
don't think
he's
it's
updated
that.
or not though.
He's got to be updated. 7 correct picks. But
What's sad is through 13 picks, I've only missed one player. But it only has me at 9. In 4 matches, I have 17 points. There is a good list of people below me whose are updated.
Yeah.
There's one guy who has all 13 players, and he's technically below me because we have the same amount of points, but I have another match than he does.
Yeah. That's bad.
So I have 2 more matches than he does. Really, though, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches.
Why are the Saints picking?
So yeah, the only thing that's hurt me is missing Penix in 1 match. That's literally the only thing that separates me from first.
Okay, the pick's in for the Saints. Pick is in. Finally, Saints, you decided to run all the way down.
I hate when they do that, especially
Yes, they're taking Fondue. We're
Yeah.
taking Fongu. So that means we got another. I got another 3 points. Is that you have Fongu, right?
What's that?
Did you have Fongu going?
No, I had Brian Thomas there.
Oh yeah. We had a chat. We had this chat. Okay, so there's only one guy now at the leaderboard. One guy has separated himself. Okay. So I'm tied up with you now. So we're even.
Yes. At 27, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, yes. Yeah, one guy has 9 matches, man.
Yeah, we're tied at 27. Let's see here.
What about Walt? Where's he sitting?
Let's find out. 22. 22. We got to call into Walt. But to be fair, he doesn't pride himself on this particularly. So I'll give him that.
Yeah, that's what I will say. He does pride himself on the top 100 board, which he has beaten us, I'm pretty sure, every year.
Yeah.
I didn't submit one this year, but I'm pretty sure all 3 years I've gotten 79. I'm going to look now. I'm pretty sure I've gotten the same thing all 3 years.
Okay. We're also not that far. We're at the top. We're both at the top 30 people, top 30, 40 people. We're actually having a good day here, Lincoln. Okay, if the
Yep, the
Colts
last 3
sneaky,
years of the top 100 board, I've got 79. Every single year. I finished 49th last year with 79. Some guys I beat was like Jeff Legwald from ESPN, Jordan Reed from ESPN. I beat
that's
CBS Sports
impressive.
staff. I beat Josh Edwards from CBS Sports. I beat you by 3.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
You beat Sports Info Solutions in the 33rd team. That's who you
It
beat, and
wasn't.
You tied with Leon Hughes from Aiken Sports Group.
You don't need to remind me, dude.
Hey, Sports Info Solutions though, they really stepped it up from the previous year, where they only had 66.
Good Lord, 66. You got to be screwing it up massively. That's
I may
terrible.
not be the best one in here, but I am by far the most consistent other than one guy. And that is JP Miguel. He got 80, 81, 80, 80, 80.
Yeah.
He's probably
That's
been the only guy that's been more successful. Interesting. Mel Kiper doesn't do a mock draft. He just does the big board.
Huh.
Because I got curious, where is he at? He's doing all this talk on TV. But I'm
Probably
not
so that
seeing
he
his
doesn't
name
get
anywhere.
roasted like he did for whatchamacallit. Do you remember what I'm talking about? For like Jamarcus Russell or Brady Quinn.
Oh, yeah.
Like, all of the trash that he did then.
Not a single defensive player's gone yet. Let's see if the
At
Colts can
some,
break that streak.
the Colts, I think do. I think the Colts do. I'd be surprised if the Colts didn't break that.
It's possible they go receiver here.
I don't think they do. Okay, let's see if the Colts have selected.
First time.
If I get this pick right, I'm looking real good. I hope they don't take Dallas Turner. That would kind of screw me.
Wait, what? I literally only have like a couple of
Who do you have at this pick?
At 15, let me see. I have Terry and Arnold,
Okay.
D-
Okay.
DB from Bama. I think that's pretty.
I had Arnold going all the way to the Ravens, so we'll see. It's probably your pick's probably closer, but we'll see.
I need it to be him. Walt just tweeted something. Apparently, Charles Davis compared J.J. McCarthy to C.J. Stroud.
Ha! funny.
Apparently, he compared him to C.J. Stroud.
Oh my gosh. Let's see here. I'm not seeing anything in chats on who the Colts are taking.
Well, the pick isn't in yet. Albert Breer,
Yeah.
he posted something about 15 seconds after ESPN showed the pick was in.
Let's see here.
I feel like the Colts have to go cornerback here. That's obviously their biggest need.
Yeah. Dang it, they're taking Latu.
They are?
Yeah.
We got Caprisa there
Dang.
too.
ESPN doesn't even have the pick in yet. He already knows who they're going with.
Oh well.
Tried
That's-
giving them away.
I don't love it, but it is what it is.
Taking them. I would have taken them. Definitely. Take it where it's right.
How do you not go Arnold there? They need a corner.
Well, I don't know if I'd go Arnold, but I would have gone Mitchell personally. I like Quinnion Mitchell, the cornerback from Toledo.
Well, just how
But
do they not go
yeah,
with any corner?
I think that they would have gone Brock Bowers if he was available.
Probably so.
So let's see if anybody had that pick right. Let's see here. It hasn't updated on the huddle report. I don't think anybody would have that pick right. Do you think?
There'll definitely be somebody.
Also, I'm
It may
surprised
not be some.
Latu's the first edge rusher off the board. I thought it would have been Verse or Turner.
That's what I expected.
I don't think that there's much difference between them. I think different ones fill different needs, and I think that Latu maybe fills a need the Colts are looking for a little more. But I don't know. I don't know.
Good to see some Packers fans on the TV.
Good old Packers faithful.
Let's see here. My thing still says I'm at 18 with only 10 players, or 19 with only 11 players. The only guy I've missed is Michael Penix.
Man, I'm so
Should be
annoyed that I
13
missed
of
Ray.
14.
I'm so mad I missed Ray. That was just terrible. That was just terrible. Also, there's a guy that's got 9 matches but missed 2 players, and he's at 31 points. That's just crazy.
I want to know how this guy finds out who they're picking before ESPN even has the pick in.
He probably has sources in the NFL. They probably call and tell him, "Hey, we're taking this guy." Then we're going to call his mom and tell him he's going to get a lot of money. Okay, Seattle's on the board. I don't really care who they pick.
All right.
So,
I mean,
Who's
I
the
had him
hat?
taking Latham, so I don't either.
I had him taking whatchamacallit. So do Seattle things, please, and pick somebody stupidly random. Pick somebody that nobody has you taking.
Just pick
He's
Brian
Adam
Thomas
taking
Jr. Just pick Brian Thomas Jr. It's not going to happen, but just pick him. He's a guy that I had going to a
Take
previous team
Dallas.
that it's impossible.
Take Dallas. Take Dallas Turner or
Yeah, or
Jared
Dallas
Verse.
Turner. Yeah, either for me, either Thomas, Arnold, or Turner. Because I can't get. I mean, I can't match with them because they're ahead.
And
So it'd be nice if
nobody's
they would take.
having that.
It'd be nice if they would take one of them. My guess is it's probably going to be Dallas Turner.
Another song?
I think
I'm going
he
with
would
either
because
Turner or Mitchell. Kenyon Mitchell. Maybe they go Fatanu from Washington. If
I
he's
don't know.
available at 18, the Bengals are taking him.
The Washington tackle.
Yeah. The Bengals have to take him there. Like, this is potentially their last season that they can win because they're going to have to pay Chase soon. They're going to have to try and convince Higgins to stay because he just requested a trade.
Also, just so you know, they have Fontu listed as a guard on ESPN.
As a guard? Everywhere else had him as a tackle.
He's a guard.
Everywhere else I saw had him as a tackle.
It's because of short arms. Short arms. His cop is Peter Skorowski.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I'm pretty sure
He
ESPN
started
positions them.
29 games at left tackle and 2 at left guard.
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure ESPN makes their positions for them.
Yeah.
Like, they just decide the offensive linemen and defensive linemen's positions.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Christian Wilkins was an edge considered to ESPN.
It's coming down.
He was either an edge or Austin Bryan or Cleveland Farrell was either inside.
Mm-hmm.
Listed as them. I forget which one it was. One of them was listed in the completely wrong position, though.
Yeah, it's the Kanye flag. I took it home. Haley didn't let me hang him up in my room, so hey, guess what? I'm gonna hang him up. Cause she hates Kanye.
Let's see here.
Yeah, no.
I got Quinyon Mitchell going to the Jags, which is still a possibility, so I do like that.
That's what I have.
I have Jackson Powers Johnson going to the Bengals. I think a center or a guard is also possible. Let's see here.
Okay, so Breer said the problem with Latu is that he's the
Medical.
most guys he talked to said that he had the best tape of any edge rusher in the draft. The problem in question with him is the medical side, that apparently his neck condition is considered to be very similar to Leighton Vander Esch coming out.
That's scary.
It is.
I had Latu going to the Vikings, so I'm not exactly happy about him going there, but nobody really had him going to the Colts anyway. I forgot. I should have put Mims in this draft. I didn't put Mims in my first round. Emeritus Mims from Georgia.
I thought tackles and edge rushers would really and receivers would really go in this draft.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had 3 receivers, 4 tackles. No,
We've had
3
a
tackles.
lot of offense.
3 tackles. And
no, we've had more than 3. We've had 4.
4.
Fondue,
Yeah, 4. 4. Yeah.
Alt.
I don't know why, but to me, I don't know why, but I just don't remember Joe Alt. I keep forgetting, and he's the best one.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is that's who Joe Alt is. That's how all the Notre Dame tackles are.
You just
They're
don't
just
hear
so
about
good,
him.
you just forget them. Oh yeah, that guy. Just put him in as a Hall of Famer, All Pro. Just go ahead and lock that up, and we can move
The
on.
Seahawks are taking Byron Murphy.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that because I had Byron Murphy going to the Rams, and I really liked that
So did I.
because I like having nice things, and I think that the Rams wanted to replace Aaron Donald. Who do the Rams take? Do you think now? Who do you have the
Probably
Rams take?
Newton. Probably Newton.
That is true. They need to take.
I had him to Miami.
At least I don't think anybody would have had Seattle taking a defensive tackle, would they?
Like I said, there'll probably be somebody.
Yeah, there'll be somebody, but as long as they're not at the top.
Walt also had him to the Rams at 19. Wow, interesting.
Walt and us had quite the look-alike drafts.
Yeah. Trying to see who else did we match up on. I think he also. Did I also have? No, I had Morgan to the Cowboys.
There's
My
going to be a
favorite,
lot of tackles.
my favorite pick,
A lot
but
of
also the pick I would really hate because they're in the Packers division, would be if the Lions got Chop Robinson at 29.
I don't know. I'd be more scared if the Lions got Xavier Worthy. That's who I'd be scared of. But the Lions need it. I think the Lions need to take a cornerback.
What Anthony
especially
said.
with all the
Anthony said, my dad and I are discussing next year's draft in Green Bay. My idea, have the players start their walk at the iconic Southeast Tunnel before walking to the stage on the north side stands. The last thing they see before they walk out onto the stage, the first Lombardi trophy. That would be really cool. That would be really cool if they set it up like that.
Nobody really had the pick right. A few people had it, but now we're all tied at 34. We're still at 29. So you're down at the bottom where you belong.
Except I'm tied with you.
Yeah.
And what's sad is all these people who are updated that are way below me. Me and this one guy, Ethan Woody.
We're actually having a pretty good year.
Ethan Woody is either just terrible or he's dealing with the same situation I am.
Mm-hmm.
Being robbed of 3 players.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as of right now, I have 29 points. And seven matches, so I'm at the top of the 29 points. Which it looks like, well, it looks like everybody with 29 has 7. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What's funny is this guy, Albert Breer, who is mentioning all this stuff before it even is announced on TV or anything, is tied with
us.
I'm tied with the guy who announces the picks before Goodell.
Yeah. Or before ESPN puts it in.
Before ESPN even knows that the pick is in. Like, he announced this pick. Let's see.
He announces all the picks.
3 minutes ago. Goodell hasn't even stepped on the stage yet.
Mm-hmm. 4 minutes ago, he put it. Let's see here. Okay, so who's up? Up, we got the Jaguars. Come on, take Mitchell. Take Mitchell, please. If the Jags take Mitchell, we're in a good spot, dude. We're in a really good spot.
Yeah, because I doubt a whole lot of people are going to have him there. I mean, obviously, there will be some that do.
Yeah. Okay. Seahawks. Goodell, let's pick already. Come on.
Wouldn't it be funny if they don't pick Byron Murphy? And he announced it. They've updated the site and everything, and it was completely wrong.
I don't think. I think it's a fact. They're taking it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's obviously
It also
happened.
makes sense Seattle-wise that they're. Yep.
It does.
ESPN just announced it. ESPN put it out. So 5-6 minutes have gone by, and ESPN just now put it on their site that Murphy's the pick. Wait, the Vikings are trading up. The Vikings are trading up.
I'll say something's wrong. Put a blanket right here.
That
What
makes
do you think about that?
that makes me think the are they trading to 17?
Yeah.
You know, like put the bed this way.
That makes me think that Jacksonville is going. That makes me think that Jacksonville's going receiver.
I don't know. I don't think they are. I think that they could be going cornerback, and all these cornerbacks are falling.
Possibly. What if they get Wiggins? Think about the Clemson stars they would have.
How many Clemson players do the Vikings have?
Think about the cornerback room that the Vikings would have. They would have Booth and Wiggins at corner. I just remembered they took Andrew Booth, what was it, last year or the year before? I think it was last year, wasn't it? Yeah.
Was it 2 years ago? Oh, no, they're taking Dallas Turner. Dadgummit.
Yeah.
Well, no,
There's
that's
no way
good.
anybody. Yeah, well, yeah, there's no way anybody has Dallas Turner.
Yeah,
There's no
well,
way.
not only that, we can't get a match for Dallas Turner. It'd be better for them to
That is
take
true.
him than somebody else and mess us up.
Okay, the Vikings are trading up 17 for 23, 176 or 167, a 2025 third and fourth round pick.
That's a great trade. I'm actually, as a Jaguars fan, because of the Clemson players they have, I'm in big favor of that trade. Because anybody the Jags are going to draft at 7, they moved to what, 23?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they moved to
Yeah.
23.
I actually think
So
Quinion could go to the Jags still.
that's what and even if he doesn't, there's not a huge difference between him and a guy like Wiggins or even Arnold's still on the board. Like,
Well, I like Mitchell better than Arnold. I just
no,
think
I
he's
know. I
better.
just mean there's 3 just absolutely, like, the top 3 corners, regardless of who you ask, are still on the board. Even if you want to put Kool-Aid ahead of Wiggins or one of those guys.
Yeah. I would put Kool-Aid ahead of. Do you think he's better than Arnold?
No.
I don't know. I Kool-Aid definitely got all the hype, but that was mostly just because, well, his name's Kool-Aid. Well, he changed his name to Kool-Aid, but you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, what do you think of the trade value? What would you give it? Who won the trade, Jags or Vikes?
Well, now the Jags are. Okay, no, ESPN just messed up their graphics.
Of course, the ESPN did.
It said Jaguar selection.
I will say this: I do like the fact that they are going that the Vikings did trade up for Turner. I do think that was a good pick. I think that was a good pick.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree. But you're more than welcome to stay on the stream. I'm gonna hop off the stream though. It's been a while, 2 hours. So I'm gonna hop off the stream, but you're more than welcome to stay on.
I'll probably stay on for a few minutes and then go.
What's that?
I said I'll stay on for a few minutes and then go.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep it rolling then.
Okay. But yeah, I think that I think the Jags are in a good spot with the pick. I personally think that it was a good pickup, and that they're in a good spot overall. I feel like I don't know where Cincinnati is going to go here. Kind of interested to see where they go.
What about this take here from the football extraordinaire? Vikings have had the best draft by far. I don't think so at
Not
all.
by far.
I don't think they've had
I
the
would
best
argue.
draft at all.
Yeah, I don't. The Bengals
I
are
don't think
taking Mims. Bengals are taking Mims.
Amarius Mims. I had him going with Fatanu, so got the position right, got the player wrong. I had Mims going at 20 to the Steelers.
Okay, that's fine. So I don't know. There's only so many picks left that I don't know if I'm gonna get them right. We are doing well. Like we are in a good spot. This has been a good draft for us mock wise.
It has. I think that, I mean, we're probably going to finish
We're
top
5 points.
35, top 40.
We're 5 points off the leader. So just get a couple of picks right. We can finish top 10. So
And I mean, here's the thing, though, is everybody's going to be close for the most part until you hit about 25. And that's when the players you didn't expect to go first round start going. You know, that's when people start missing players completely. Or, you know, if they just forget to put JC Latham in.
shut up, says the person that didn't put Michael Penix in.
Like that's even comparable.
That is.
Not having
Penix was
Penix in the
going.
first round compared to not having
Penix
Latham in the
went in the
first round.
top 10, dude. Penix went in the top 10.
Nobody had him in the top 10 though.
No, but everybody had him in the first round. Who did not
But
have him going in the first round?
everybody had Latham in the top 12 for the most part.
Fine, I'll give you that. I had Latham going to the Raiders, and then I screwed it up. Whatever.
Like I was low on him and had him at 16.
Whatever.
Well, these next two picks, I can't get the match for them because I had Murphy at 19 to the Rams and Mims at 20 to the Steelers.
I have Brian Thomas Jr. to the Steelers, so I hope that one hits.
It'd be nice to see Brian Thomas Jr. to the Rams,
Screw you.
and to see
Wow.
Fatanu to the Steelers because I need both of them to go so they don't mess up any more matches, but I don't need him to go to the Steelers because then you jump ahead.
That would be, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You want to go till 20?
We'll see. We'll see. Shots from the sideline tuning in. Good to have you, brother. Make sure you guys go check him out on YouTube for sure. He's does a lot of great content over there. Check him out on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. He says he's thinking Jared Verse here. I could see that. Which
Yeah,
you
I
talking
could
for the
see
Rams? For the Rams here?
Verse would be a good pickup.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I agree. The draft started 2 hours ago, under 2 hours ago. Way too early to judge who's had the best draft for sure.
Rams
But if
are
you just
taking Mitchell? Are they taking Mitchell? One second. Let's see. Are the Rams taking Mitchell? That's what they're saying. Breer doesn't have anything up, so nothing's official.
as I'm gonna share the link here as Shots from the Sidelines actually gonna tune in and join us for a minute here.
Okay, awesome. Get some good analysis going.
Let me go ahead. I'm just shooting them the link now.
We've just had a bunch of random banter to this point, really.
I know. Which that's what you got to do in the draft.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's too much time in between all the action. You have to.
Oh, yeah. Especially
All right.
with how the NFL does it.
All right, Med. I went ahead and sent you the link.
Okay, what's the highest that we've ever finished before? What's the highest?
That's what I'm pulling up to look now. So, all right, let's see. Last year was rough for you. I do remember that.
I only got I got 36.
Or no, it was rough for me. Yeah, mock draft was rough for me last year. I got 162. I had 28 points last year.
28. I got 59th last year. 59. Okay, let's see
59,
about
no,
you.
59th place. Okay, I thought you meant
Yeah,
59
yeah.
points. I was like, there's no
No,
way. There's no
no.
way.
Okay. Wait, you had
That's
more points than I did. You had 40,
last year?
right? Or no? No. I'm sorry. No, yeah, you did have 40 points last year.
No, last year I finished 100
Or
and
no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had 30 points last year. Okay, that makes sense.
you finished
Okay.
147. You beat me by 2 last year. I finished 162. It was a rough one for me.
It was a rough one for both of us. I only had 3 picks right.
Let's see. Last year I had 40 the first year. Well, we had 40 the first year. I had 41 the next year, then 28. So I'm already ahead of next year, and I'm looking solid as to potentially beat 41. Only need 10 more points.
To be fair, it's not a good idea to compare them though, because
No, it's
different
not.
drafts are different. Like
I mean, some
just
drafts you just know the first 5. As Med's in here with us, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great. Just taking it in up here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Work, you know how it is. How
I
y'all
hear
doing
you.
today?
Doing good. So Reichley Med is a fellow Bears fan. How you feel, Med, about the picks the Bears got today?
So, if anyone ever tuned into any of my stuff, I'm actually a bigger Jaden Daniels fan, but also at the same time, I can actually sit here and say that there's a lot more hope about what's about to happen. I think that we could have stuck with Fields, but at the same time, after the Packers game, I think that pretty much sealed the deal right there. But I like Caleb Williams. He's growing on me.
Yeah, I
Oh,
agree. I think that's kind of how all Bears fans are at this point. Is that it's kind of growing on all of us because it kind of has to grow on all of us because
yeah.
at this
I
point
mean,
he's
yeah.
QB1. So
I do like the fact that they went with Ndunze. I personally am a bigger defense guy, but that's just in the Bears' DNA. I would have really liked for him to jump on Dallas Turner, or like I see, the football extraordinaire, like you said, he could see Verse fall into the second, which right at this moment looks like it could happen. But I would have been happy with a pass rusher also. I mean, just go ahead and get someone on the opposite side of Montez Sweat, put a little bit more pressure on all the players, your Jared Goffs, your Jordan Loves, your marquee names that you're getting in the NFC North, put a little bit more pressure on them and make it a little more stout. But, at the same time, Keenan Allen is going to probably be good for like 5, maybe 6 games before he tears an ACL. So I kind of like to move at the same time.
yeah, my personal opinion, and I had this discussion with Lincoln, but my personal opinion is I would have liked Sashanu. I would have liked them to had gone with an offensive tackle there because I just think it would have been the better move. And I think it would have been a more sustainable. I just thought it would have been a better move to shore up the offensive line, personally.
No, I could agree with that too. I mean, you want to protect an investment, which with the pick that the Bengals just made with Amarius Mims, that's exactly what they're doing. I mean, Joe Burrow basically broke his wrist last year, and all the injury problems he's had since he's been in the league. I mean, this is actually a really good pick for him.
Yeah. And to be honest, I think that the Bengals almost should have traded up a little bit to try to get a Fongu. Or I just think that there's a little bit of a drop off with Mims in comparison. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Mims will be good, but we'll see.
Oh no, there is a drop off.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
Yeah,
I think
I
there's
just
that top 3 or 4, and then after you get down from that, there's a bit of a drop off.
so I would have traded up trade value wise to maybe 13 and have gotten Fongu and given up the trade capital, then I would have waited and taken whatchamacallit. So
Well, here's
that's my
another thing
opinion.
too. You would have had to jump up 4 picks to get him. the drop off might not be as much as what they would have had to have given up to get up to that point.
I feel like you would have only had to give up maybe a third and a fifth. Does that sound about fair trade value wise? Maybe a third and a fifth and a fourth next year, maybe something like that.
Who knows? Because that's another thing with the draft is there's no trade that's ever the same. Like it's to
Yeah.
jump the amount of picks for the same positions year to year is just
Yeah.
completely different. I mean, one
Yeah.
year you could trade up, 4 spots and give up a third and a fourth. The next year you got to give up a first this year and a first next year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just that's just how it works.
Depends on how desperate a team is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, quick question for you two. Would you say that Michael Penix Jr. being selected 8th overall is the biggest surprise so far?
Oh, 100%.
I would, yeah. I think that it definitely was a little bit of a surprise, not as much, but a little bit of a surprise. The fall of a guy like Jared Verse or even Dallas Turner. I was very surprised by how far they've fallen. Verse still falling, and Dallas Turner just going. So,
Well, now that I think about it, I would say in terms of just a singular pick, Penix is the biggest surprise, but I think the biggest surprise has to be the first 14 picks being offense. Like
No,
we
I
were
agree with
talking about
that too.
rightly, is that no defensive player went in the first 14 picks.
And then the first one is Latu.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Who has a red flag with an injured neck from back when he was a freshman. So I mean, he has the
Yeah.
size, and I mean he's a great rusher, but at the same time,
Yeah.
And with the 19th pick here, the Rams are going with Jared Verse.
That makes sense. It's also the first time somebody needs to be singing the Frozen song of the last time that was the Frozen song even out the last time the Rams had a first round pick?
Was their last first round pick Jared Goff?
Yes.
yes,
That's what I thought.
It was 2016, 8
He's
years
already
ago. Dude, I hadn't even moved to South Carolina. I hadn't even moved to South Carolina. It was that long ago. That's crazy.
Think about all the stuff. Think about all the stuff in the world that has changed. We've gone through 2 presidents. Like, just think of all the stuff. I mean, their last first round pick will turn 30 this year.
Goodness gracious, that's true. Wow. Imagine if they had taken Carson Wentz, who was a year older. He would have been 31 or 30.
I know.
Man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I do
We need to get a
like the
few
pick
more
of Verse.
matches. I
do
need
like
the
Verse.
Packers to take DeJean.
I need the Packers to take DeJean. I think we can agree on that.
I need the matches. I need the Cowboys to go with Jordan Morgan. I think that was one of kind of the picks. He just felt like a guy the Cowboys would take.
I think it made more sense for Jordan Morgan to go to the Niners personally. But I could see that.
I have the Ravens taking Guyton and then the Niners taking Ennis Rakestraw, the corner
Okay.
from
Wow.
Missouri.
Okay. Yeah.
Partially because I thought cornerbacks would go a little bit more here than they have.
Yeah.
That's kind of the problem that's hurting. That's
the
the problem that's hurting me right now is that, I mean, well, we're at pick 20 and we're yet to get a cornerback taken.
So
that's
how
what's
do y'all
hurting
do
me.
y'all scoring?
So we're in a competition with the Huddle Report, and they have it's like an invite only kind of thing. I kind of invited myself by asking the guy if I could join, and then I got Reichley in. But they have like people from ESPN all over the place, all these sites. And so the way they score it is you get 1 point if you correctly predict a player to be selected in the first round. You get 2 more points if you match the player with the correct team.
You know
So,
the
like,
interesting thing.
for Caleb
Oh, go
Williams, I
ahead.
got 3 points, but for Jared Verse, I only got 1 for that one.
Trying to
Uh,
think. Let me look at mine real quick. I want to see how much I would have had out of the first 10 because I was
The
smoking it.
interesting thing is this year, last year the winning score was a 45. We're already at 39 points as the high guy, the highest point total, and we're only 19 picks in. That's great.
remember, though, this is too where the points will
Oh,
start to fall off because this is where teams, this is where your Jack Campbells get selected.
yeah. To be fair, that may not be a bad pick. It may end up being a good pick.
Oh, I think it was a great pick, at least how he played this year. It wasn't expected at all. So where does Pittsburgh go here? Hopefully not Brian Thomas Jr.
Brian Thomas Jr.
I was going to say I could see him going Brian Thomas Jr., especially after trading away Devontae Johnson.
Please go Brian Thomas. Okay, so let's see here.
Sorgy Stories, yes, it's a first-round only mock draft, but they also do a top 100 board that you can submit to, which is basically like a 3-round mock draft, but it's just how many players you have on your board that get selected in the first 100 picks. Me and Reichley didn't do that one this year. I just didn't have the time to do it.
I didn't have either. College is a little bit too much right now to be doing that.
College is all over, dude.
Yeah, right now
Mr.
around
Breer is a little bit behind on this one.
Who's the pick?
ESPN picking. He doesn't have his tweet out yet.
Oh, Breer, he's dropping off.
He's getting confused a little bit.
It's kind of funny. Whenever it gets to the later rounds, Breer will be like 5 picks ahead of ESPN. It's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, he knows who Mr. Irrelevant is 15 minutes before ESPN even gets to that pick.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true.
Okay, let's see.
All the theorists that say that it's scripted are just like going ape.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He still doesn't have anything. Why?
Walt just made a great point on Twitter.
What?
The Eagles, they always end up getting the steal of the draft, right?
I know. Screw Howie.
They need a cornerback. Everybody thought they were going to have to trade up. They're going to sit there at 22, and they're going to get the cornerback they want. They're going to get their selection of cornerbacks.
Somebody
saying they're going to get their pick of the cornerbacks. I don't think the Steelers go corner. The Dolphins might, but I doubt it.
No, the Dolphins I could see going interior lineman like Barden or
And the Steelers are taking Troy Fatano at number 20, offensive lineman from Washington.
Dang it.
Solid pick with him.
If only they could have just switched with the frickin' Bengals and I'd have had 2 more matches.
That's
all right.
That's annoying.
All right, so because we have an idea what Miami's doing, which corner will Philadelphia go with? Will it be Mitchell, Arnold, or Kool-Aid?
I'm going Mitchell. I think it'd be Mitchell.
I hope they surprise us and go Wiggins because that's who I had them taking.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Well, there you go. It's a 4-way then.
They even could take Cooper DeYoung, honestly. They may want a white cornerback. Who knows?
I think they go Arnold because he's from Bama.
They do like some Bama players.
I like Mitchell better personally, but I don't feel like he's going to go as high as I think Arnold's going to go first just because of the school he comes from. And not only that, the coaching he had. He was under the best DB coach there is in college football.
Agree.
And that's shown by the money he's getting paid at Georgia now. Sorgi, I think everybody's with you there. I think everybody wants all Packers fans want DeJean.
Please take DeJean because I had you guys taking DeJean.
I know that's who I have. I want him.
I think that's actually who I went with too.
We're
Let's
starting
see
to fall
who.
behind a little bit here, Lincoln. We're both at 32 points, which
I
puts us in
know.
the top half, but we're
Well,
not.
I'm at
We're
30.
not
I'm at
anymore.
33.
Why?
I'm at 33
Or maybe,
points.
maybe
It's
I'm
because
at
he's
30.
a dude.
Did you not? Oh, because you didn't have Fatanu in. You didn't know who he was.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have Fatanu. That's what it is. Yeah. That's annoying.
He also, I don't know if you caught it earlier, Med. He also accidentally missed J.C. Latham in his mock draft.
Dude, it's not like we haven't done this before. We've done this when we've done dumb things.
There was somebody we missed the first year we did it
It
that
was
went in the first. It was
it
like
was
in
the
the first 5
Broncos
picks.
pick. It was the Broncos. No, not the first 5. Broncos picks.
It was somebody that was. It was just the most obvious pick ever.
Pat
What was our
Surtain.
first
It was
year?
Surtain.
21 was 2021 our first year?
Yeah, it was Surtain, was it not?
It was the year Trevor went was our first year. Because we got Lawrence Wilson, we missed Lance, we got Pitts. Like we had like 8 of the first 9 matched.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
We even got Fields.
Yeah, we even had the trade predicted for Fields. Oh, you know who it was? We missed
Who?
Alex Leatherwood.
Oh, that's
who we
that's
missed.
exactly who it was.
Once I scrolled through, that's who we missed. We just completely missed him in our pick.
Oh, someone feeling DeJean to the boys. There's only been 2 people that I have seen on anything that is Green Bay Packers pick, and it ain't even a close second, but it's Cooper DeJean, number 1, and Kool-Aid McKinstry, number 2.
That's the only people I've seen mock to him.
I was like, whew.
That's it. I feel like.
Do you think? I think
feel
Tyler,
like Morgan. I was about to say, I feel like Tyler Guyton or Jordan Morgan could also be considered there. Just because the tackle group isn't as deep as the cornerback group for Green Bay.
Well, I think Guyton could go to the Dolphins here. / I had them taking Guyton, so please take Guyton.
I had the Dolphins going with Jer'Zhan Newton, so I hope they take Newton here.
I don't think they do Newton. I just don't.
I need him to. I need him to replace Christian Wilkins.
I forgot that they lost Wilkins.
Did you see the deal he got with Vegas?
It was massive and stupid.
Huge deal. I mean, he's good. I just didn't expect him to get that much.
He shouldn't be getting that much.
I mean,
it's a defensive tackle. You can't give him that much.
No, that was the only thing was the position. I mean, he's definitely when you look at the tackles he had, it was either this last season or the year before, he had more tackles than the next leading guy had the last 2 years at defensive tackle. Like, he just eats up in the run game. I could see him paying him that much money if he made a huge impact in the pass game, but he doesn't really get a whole lot of sacks.
Yeah.
If he got a lot of sacks and QB pressures, I could see him giving him the money, because if you're getting pressure on the quarterback, that's huge. But he's more of a run game guy. That's what was confusing for me.
They're saying Turner's medical red flags are the reason why he went so late. Does Verse
that doesn't
have
make any
medical red
sense.
flags?
That doesn't make any sense, because that's what I was about to say. Verse dropped, and so did Latu.
Yeah.
And Turner went ahead of Verse.
Verse hasn't gone. Or no, Verse went to the Rams.
Verse went 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Greer just posted new Colts DN, Latu, Vikings DN Turner, and Steelers O lineman Fatanu each had medical flags coming into the draft. Each likely would have gone a little higher without those.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing I've just missed by not having time is like to see who has medical red. Like I knew about Latu, but that was about it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Fatanu had red flags.
Please take Guyton. Please take Guyton.
All right, who we think goes here? Not who we want to go here. Who we think goes here?
I do honestly think it's Guyton. I still agree with the pick. Right? I think
don't
they take
know.
a tackle.
They're taking Chop Robinson at 21.
Please no. Please no.
They
Who's
are.
telling
They're
me?
doing it. That's who
Is
they
it really
are.
Chop?
It's really Chop.
Yeah, they are, Breer. I see it.
This is the craziest draft that I've seen
This
in a long time. Like, the first 10, I mean, pretty much you nailed them, but man, after that, it's just all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it's been crazy after this.
Who did I have?
think I had the first 4 right, and if I didn't expect Minnesota to trade up to 5, I would have had 1 through 6 right.
Mm-hmm.
But then I missed 7 and 8 and 9. I considered Odunze, but I thought Bears would go tackle, so I didn't get that one. But I had McCarthy. I had Fashanu at 11, just to the wrong team.
I'll be honest. I should have had the Bears taking Odunze. Everybody was saying it, but I just didn't want to. I didn't want them to.
I have noticed that with you. You will specifically not have the Bears take players, even if everybody says it, just because you don't want that player to come to your team.
There you go, Lincoln.
You'll say, "Screw it. You can have the point. I'm being petty."
There you go, Lincoln. You know me too well now.
I actually had
I know.
Odunze going at 9, but I had him going to Jacksonville. Like Jacksonville trading up for it. So
Interesting.
I could still get Jacksonville and Mitchell right. I really hope that's true.
I could too.
Quinyon
That's what I hope
Mitchell?
they go with.
Quinyon Mitchell.
Quinyon Mitchell,
Oh,
corner
Quinyon
from
Mitchell?
Toledo.
Oh, I could see that,
I have
especially right now.
I think
AD
the Jags,
Mitchell going to the Bills.
if the Jags get Mitchell at 23 or even Arnold, to me that's an A+ first round for them, because if you look at what they got from the trade with the Vikings to trade back and still get the guy they wanted, that's huge for them.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's absolutely huge for them if they're able to pull that off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just going to be insane if that's what they do.
Imagine if the Dolphins went with Xavier Worthy instead of Chop. That would have just been fun.
The only thing about Xavier Worthy, though, is he's like 167 pounds. A strong wind will blow him over.
Yeah, that is true.
See, I was concerned about that the other day, and then earlier today I randomly had this thought. Why am I worried about Xavier Worthy when Devontae Smith exists?
That's very true.
Well, to be
I
fair,
had that thought, and then I was like, but wait a second, isn't Devontae Smith the same thing?
Yeah, but to be fair, we also had Tutu Atwell, and we remember how that went.
That is true. We did have him, and who was the other guy? Who was the other guy? Gosh, he could fly. He was from a smaller school.
I don't know who you're talking about particularly.
He was from a few years ago. He was like one of the fastest guys. I remember because we watched his highlight tape on that channel, Break Shot Media. Free shout out there for him, by the way. We watched him, and he just flew. Dwayne Eskridge.
Oh yeah.
That's who it was.
But he wasn't that small. He he was 175.
I think he's like 170. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't like Atwell. I think was 158. I think Atwell.
Yeah, I don't think Atwell was 160.
He was like your weight playing in the NFL.
Yeah.
So
The difference is his was probably more muscle than mine.
the problem is how much more muscle can you get without losing that much weight?
Yeah, that is another thing.
Because it's not like
That's
Yeah,
another thing I've noticed by working out is like I get stronger, but I don't really gain any weight. It's like
Well, there's a lot.
I'm definitely getting stronger, but it's like not like I'm gaining any weight because I'm just losing all the unhealthy weight and gaining it back with muscle. So it just evens out.
Yeah.
Well, muscle does weigh more than fat.
It does.
Yeah, for sure. I guess I'm just losing more fat than muscle I'm gaining. Which, I mean, it's crazy when you have a metabolism as high as me. I could eat literally anything and not gain a pound.
So, football extraordinaire, I'm reading your comment right now. He says, a hot take why Thomas may be falling is he mainly runs go routes. Teams may think he is not quite physical enough. I could see that, but also at the same time, the one thing I could say is that this was the only year where he really did anything.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's a lot like Quentin Johnson was last year. It's like, okay, that's great. He was solid. Like, he was decent other years, and he had one great year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely is concerning.
As Goodell going around taking pictures now.
Of course he is.
Popping selfies.
I'm surprised he's never been attacked doing that. With the amount of alcohol I know is being drunk. And all those crazy fans that can't stand him, I'm surprised he's never been tried to have been attacked.
Mauled.
Yes. Especially when he goes near the Eagles fans. We know how crazy they are. Speaking of that, interesting thing, Reckley, you'll find this interesting living around here. Clemson University had Kyle Rittenhouse doing a speech on campus today for something. In the first 3 minutes of his speech, the police had to escort 11 people out.
Wow.
What's even crazier is the last speech he did. I don't know where this one was at, but apparently it was like they had a bomb threat and somebody tried to shoot it up. The last one he was at. So my buddy's girlfriend was having to go because she's in a public speaking class, and she was like so worried. She had pepper spray and a knife on her, everything. She was prepared.
Oh man!
I told her, I was like, if there's a bomb threat, I'm not sure pepper spray is gonna help much. I don't think pepper spray is doing much in a bomb threat.
No, I don't think that is.
I tell you, the one thing I really think about each draft is how depressing does it have to feel to be sitting in the green room thinking, okay, I'm going in the top 15 picks, and to be sitting here late in the first round, just sit there, not gone yet.
Yeah. But I think everybody has gone this year at least. That was
Arnold and Mitchell, though.
But they weren't
the two guys for me.
Yeah, but they weren't like super expected to top 15. Not like Will Levis or like other years where it's like.
I wonder if the Eagles are going Nate Wiggins here. Their pick is in. They showed Arnold and they showed Mitchell, and they both looked like Will Levis last year. They showed Nate Wiggins, and he's vibing to the music, dancing around, just laughing, having a good time.
And Mitchell looked pissed.
He did. He did.
I would.
He did. He looked mad.
I mean, I could see Nate Wiggins, but Mitchell, I think, would fit the Philadelphia Eagles defense, like that aggressiveness that they always kind of been known for. But I agree.
I agree. Wiggins has that aggressive personality in him, but when you look at Mitchell, Mitchell's a little bit more handsy on the outside and
Yes, he is.
more physical. I feel like than Wiggins plays. They're taking
Yeah.
Kenyon. He looked pissed, but they're taking him at 22. Kenyon Mitchell at 22.
Daggum.
He didn't look too thrilled to be going to Philly.
I
Well,
would be
to
thrilled
say
to
the
go to
least.
Philly. The annoying
Well-
thing is if he just waited one more pick, we could have gotten him with the Jags.
I know.
Hmm.
I
So
was
what y'all
hoping
score
for
right now?
I'm at
I think
35.
I'm
You're at 34, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't look at the site. They've been messing my number up all night. On the
You're
site,
basically where you should be at dead last.
on the side, I'm at 26. According to the site, through 22 picks, I've only got 18 right. Only 18 players in the round in the first round. Really, I should be 21 of 22 with, and the 3 I'm missing that they haven't given me are all 3 matches, so that's 9 points I'm missing out on right now.
Let's see here.
The even crazier thing is there's people who get this is their career, and their numbers are updated, and they're below me. Their numbers are
mean-
accurate, and they're below me.
I told you, you know your stuff, dude. Both of y'all do.
Well,
And
with Mitchell gone, who do the Jags take?
Probably Arnold or Wiggins.
Yeah, I think you got to go Arnold here.
I think so.
Got Sorgy Stories doing a shout out to the Philly sports guy painted up.
Yeah, Sorgi actually lives in Philly. So he's met the guy before.
Yeah, I think they even have a video on his channel about it.
I think so. Yeah, at the Phillies game, I think with him.
Yep.
I think so. Yeah, I got to go up there and catch a game with him.
Mm-hmm.
Probably when the Braves play him.
Yeah, but in the regular season, that way we'll beat them. Postseason, I ain't going. I'll get killed if I go up there in a postseason game.
That is true. That is
It'd
true.
probably be better to lose than if we won.
Yeah.
If we lost, I'd just get yelled at. If we won, I'd probably get assaulted.
Walt's all the way down with 30 points.
Yeah, it's because Walt's a loser.
Oh, why are we lagging?
A lot of y'all are probably confused because we keep talking about Walt, but he's like the local radio guy around here. He's on 105.5 The Roar, the Clemson flagship station here, and he's actually the guy I found out about the competition because of. He's been in it, and so we like to mess with him because we whoop him pretty. I think every year, but last year we've beat him in the mock draft.
Yeah. Last year was the best year he's had in probably almost ever.
Well, the year before last, I was at 41, and I was like, I finished like ranked 47, and I'm pretty sure you finished like one spot ahead of him. Like I think he was like 2 from last.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He had a terrible year that year.
Yeah, he really did. He was struggling.
But to be fair, he doesn't really consider himself great at the mock draft because I mean he's right in what he says. The mock draft is crazy because it's literally just like after the first 10 picks, it's luck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's either luck or you have insane amount of sources.
Yeah.
Do you like that highlight they just showed there, Reichley?
What did they show?
Him strip sacking your QB from the year you should have lost to Toledo.
Oh my word.
From the year you
That-
got.
The funny thing is that if that dude just sat down and didn't run into the end zone, we would have lost.
Yeah.
That's all he had to do was just sit down, and we would have lost.
All right, so I finally get to see one of my teams pick here. As both of y'all are done for the night, I'm just getting started for the night at 23 and 25.
Somebody put on a YouTube live chat that I'm watching, the Bootleg Football channel. One of my Bears fans just advocated for trading all of next year's picks to move up this year so we don't have to make a pick in Green Bay.
Honestly.
I like that idea. I like what he's thinking. I like where his head's at.
That's going to be great. And the Jags are taking Brian Thomas Jr.
That's so Jaguars. I should have
They
had
need
him
it.
taking him.
They
I
need it.
should have had him taking that to begin with.
Their best receiver, if their best receiver was going to be
Christian Kirk, which ain't
Christian
bad.
Kirk, which ain't bad,
He's
but after that, their number 2 would have been Gabe Davis.
Oof.
Yeah.
Gabe Davis
Well,
or Zay Jones.
Oh, whoa.
It's going to be dropping
That is-
passes in Jacksonville.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
That's
even
all right
think Christian.
because once every 6 weeks, so 3 games out of the season, you're gonna get a 45 point. You're gonna get a 40. You're gonna get a 45 point fantasy game from Davis. But I'm gonna take a break. I'll be right back in 1 second.
Yeah, but let's see here. I have the Cowboys taking Worthy. They could. What do you think? Do you think they could take Worthy?
I think they're going to – if I were the Cowboys, I would actually go with someone on defense, probably someone to stuff up that line a little bit, because when they played the Packers, they showed a lot of issues stopping the run.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who – like Jazeera Newton would be a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I could see Worthy too, or really I could see Worthy at the same time, because I mean they're in love with him. But I mean, we did that 8-man mock this past week, and Xavier Worthy actually fell to the 3rd round. So yeah.
I would have taken Worthy in the early 2nd round. That's kind of where I have him at. But I just think that the Cowboys could take him earlier than that. So, who was the wide receivers in that range that you guys had then?
Around in here?
Yeah, or around it where you had Worthy taken. Like, who did you guys have before him?
So just thinking off the top of my head, because there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Of course, the big 3. I want to say Brian Thomas. Brian Thomas got picked in the 1st round, I believe. I want to say maybe. Well, I know Xavier Leggett got picked before him.
Yeah.
Keenan Coleman got picked at the end of the 1st round by the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Danya Mitchell got picked before him, and I want to say Jalen Polk got picked before him, and then he finally got picked, and I think I got Tez Walker right after that. So.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think that I like Worthy. I think that he's just underrated generally. And I think that he's a good player that skill set wise works when it comes to this overall. But we'll see. Updating to see if Breer said anything pick wise.
I mean, he's going to get a lot of people looking at him because he set a record, and he's a Blazer, and I mean, I watched him tear up my Crimson Tide. I mean, he was pretty much, him and Brooks were the 2 main players that really just murdered us outside of years. But I mean, like I said before, I mean, the only question with him is really his, I guess you can't really question his size. Like Link was talking about earlier, you got Devontae Smith, who's a little bit bigger player than he is. But when I look at Xavier Worthy, I think of Marquise Goodwin or Travis Benjamin that used to play for the Browns when Johnny Manziel was there. So I think of the smaller type receivers that like that more than anything. I mean, Devontae ain't exactly big, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see here what happens, but I do think that you may be right that they may go Newton as well. I generally the Cowboys, they just do things that you just don't think that they should do. So they could also go tackle here. That is a possibility. You could go tackle. Let's see who's available at tackle.
Guyton would be available.
Yep, Guyton, Jordan Morgan, Blake Fisher, Rosengarten. Yeah, I don't know. Guyton and Morgan and Fisher would probably be the only guys that I'd go after, but I think anybody past Guyton, I feel like would be a reach at this point.
Well, there is I can't pronounce his name, but the tackle from BYU is actually pretty solid as well.
Mm-hmm. I just feel like it'd be a reach for him at this point in the draft. Kingsley, whatever the last name is.
Exactly.
I'm not even Sumatra. I don't know. I think that I think that the ESPN has his comp as Titus Howard for the Texans, and I think that's a pretty good comp because I think that he has a high floor or a high ceiling, but he's a really low floor. And if you take him in the first round, you're putting a lot of pressure on him to succeed.
True.
So I think Guyton doesn't have as high of a floor, but he definitely, I think, has or doesn't have as high as the ceiling, but I think he has a higher floor. So. At some point, I would think somebody would take Terran Arnold.
Let's see. I could see Green Bay taking him.
They could. I think they go DeJean, though. I think even with Arnold there and maybe have a higher grade on him. I don't know. I hope they don't because I need him to take DeJean. So I need to get another match here. I'd hope to get like another 2 matches. Another 2 matches, I'm pretty happy.
So one player that we didn't even say that was actually rated higher than Amarius Mims and J.C. Latham and even Tyler Guyton is Patrick Paul from Houston.
Yeah, Patrick Paul. Let's see here. Patrick Paul. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I was looking at, let's see here. Where does ESPN have Paul? Oh, they have Paul way down here.
Like where at? Like second or third round?
No, they have him ranked 132nd.
So that's fourth
overall.
round.
Yeah, they have him. That's interesting.
Actually, that's borderline fifth.
Yeah, they have him lower than both Cadence Wallace from Penn State and then the Yale kid that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that last name.
Kingsley.
Yeah.
We'll just go with Kingsley.
Oh, no, this is the Yale kid, not the BYU
Oh,
kid.
yeah, no.
This is Kyron, or Kyan, I don't even know what.
Basically, the way they look at him as a project that very rough. I can't pronounce his name too. I butchered it like 20 times.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt to butcher it. Man, Dallas is still on the clock if they don't get this pick in. Oh, the
Oh, they just
Lions
did it.
traded up. The Lions traded up.
Really?
Yep. hmm
For Dallas or for
Yeah, with Dallas.
super excited?
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to get this pick right then. I had them taking Kool-Aid McKinstry, and I do not see them taking Kool-Aid, not with Arnold on the board and Dijon and even Wiggins.
I actually had Lions in 8-man mock, and I think the first pick I did was it was a little bit of reach, but Robinson from Mizzou was one of the guys I picked up.
Okay.
Then I think I went with I went corner next because they need that as well. I mean, they just need more defensive help.
They need all. I would be tempted to go all defense if I was a Lions GM.
I agree.
So, see here. Okay, yep, they're taking Terran Arnold. So, I got the right university. Do I get like half credit for that? Can I get like half credit for the right university and position? So, I don't think anybody's going to have that match, though, because Arnold, that is really late for him. But
So you get 2 points for the right guy, a point for the university, and a point for the
Oh no, we just get 2 point. We get 2 points for the match team, and we get 2 points for the player matching with the team.
Oh.
So we get it if you get the right if you get the right team and player combo, and another point if for them being in the first round. So
Okay.
So yeah. Wonder if we'll get any interesting picks here at the end of the first round. There's generally always some guy that like is projected to go late second, early third that goes. So I wonder what will happen. Yeah, nobody really had that match. Not surprising whatsoever.
All the Bud Light cans and looking at everyone in behind them.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised Dallas traded back. That was kind of an interesting trade for them.
All right, I'm back.
Dallas traded with Detroit and took Arnold.
Albert Breer let me know 4 minutes ago before ESPN updated it. You don't understand Dallas trading back. I actually kind of get it because Dallas isn't going corner here.
Yeah, that is true.
They're going tackle, and I think they realized nobody really ahead of them is probably going to go with tackle.
Well, Bucks maybe? Cardinals?
I don't know. I don't think either one of them do.
Green Bay?
I think maybe, but I think they're too in love with Cooper DeJean.
No, they definitely are. I know Isaac. There's a lot of static about them possibly looking at a tackle in the first few rounds, though.
Here's the problem with the Packers is they've only had one offensive first-round pick in the last 8 years, and that was a quarterback in Jordan Love.
Really?
They just don't take offensive players in the first round.
Yeah, they've done a pretty good job though, not taking them. It works.
I was going to say all their receivers are second and third rounders.
Yeah. Also, this is a reminder. I saw somebody say something about this, but Jeff Okudah, talk about a bust. That's kind of That's interesting because everything about him coming out of college was that he was so surefire, and he just isn't. And it's kind of interesting.
I do agree with that. It's ironic you said that because, of course, the Lions were the team that drafted him when he first came out. And like you said, they're expecting him to be the next big thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't he taken like second or third overall too? Like it was like
Third
within the
overall.
first. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It was in like the first 3 picks.
Yeah.
I do like this pick, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think Terry
Arnold's
Arnold's
correct.
going to be solid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and like Kuiper said, if he had ran faster, he would have been taken a lot higher. Potentially the first corner if he had ran a little bit faster. But when you watch him, he plays faster than his 40 time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is what I feel like people should care about more, but they don't.
I feel like the actual GMs do. I think Kuiper's just saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily feel like that's the actual reason he kind of fell to where he did. It just was an offensive draft.
Yeah, it really is. Cooper DeJong is going to the Packers. Let's go, baby.
That's what I wanted.
That just. Or
That's
no,
what
I
I wanted,
apologize. They're not. No. I apologize. It's wrong. Jordan Morgan is the
Jordan Morgan to the Packers.
Wow.
So,
I mean, I'm fine with it.
That is
tackle, though?
that. I wouldn't have taken Jordan Morgan. I would have taken Guyton, right?
Well, y'all do
No.
have two second-round picks coming up, so
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, I forget which team I was talking about it with earlier, but the cornerback room is a lot deeper than the tackle room.
Yeah.
It's a lot deeper. I like this pick of Morgan. I did my final Packers mock draft today, and if I remember correctly, I took Jordan Morgan in the first round.
Man, I'm disappointed they went Morgan. I wish they didn't, but
all right, Anthony. See you later, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, it would have been nice for him to take DeJean, but I mean, again, I'm not upset with the pick at all. I like that pick.
yeah.
He
I'm
does need
disappointed.
a little bit of development, but overall, he's going to be a good player. I feel like.
Mhm.
Here's the thing, though. Here's another thing that would be interesting. The Packers have the capital to do it. Do we trade back into the first round and get either Kool-Aid, DeJean, or Wiggins?
Maybe.
Because, I mean, think for a team, a team like the Niners. If you give them both your seconds to move up to 31, and maybe throw in a fourth or something, like they don't.
I
They're a
think
team
2
that doesn't
seconds
really
would
need
be-
they're a team that doesn't need the first round pick, and it's not a high valued first round pick either.
Mhm. I think that I think you could just give them 2 seconds and that would be good enough.
That's what I think. And if you get a guy like Kool-Aid or Wiggins or somebody like that, it's definitely a trade I think is worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And speaking of the QBs now, Rattler goes second round, does he not?
Yeah, I guess. Maybe.
I mean, I feel like he has to.
I think third round, really, right? Second seems so high.
As Med said, internet dropped out on him. But we appreciate him coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you guys go check him out over there, Shots from the Sideline. Great channel over there. Check him out on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Also, Fun Football Podcast. We mentioned him earlier in the show. Go check him out as well on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to drop off. I've got to finish out a couple of things, but Packers, why didn't you take DeJean? Come on.
I know. I wish you did.
Also, Terry and Arnold, I had him going at 30 to the Ravens. I was so close, guys. I was so close.
Man.
I'm surprised how close I got. So, well, I will see you guys later.
All right. Sounds good, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Mhm.
All right. So the Packers are taking Jordan Morgan at 25. Packers fans, what are your thoughts on that? As I'm sure a good bit of y'all won't be thrilled with it. I like the pick. I think it's a little bit of a risky pick, but I think it could work out. I think it could work out for us. Damn, bitch.
A block for that young quarterback, Jordan Love. Three-back coming up for Bray here. This Chiefs head needs to cheer up. His Packers look good. Protection opponent with the Bucks on the top.
Words, so hold it up high. This isn't hot, it's a lifestyle. Find diamonds in the rust. You put your own stamp on stock parts, turn metal into murals. It's detailing every detail. Because it's the things you make. Show you are a fighter. This is your people are truly good. Life is better. Legal. We wrestle between the two. You know what we're doing with. You're doing this. We'll make the keys down. Stream is cheap. Exclusively Paramount Plus. So this is pickleball? Pickleball! It's DJ from Morgan Stanley. We're ready for whatever it's so you gotta look at the chest. I'd rather work on St. Robert's for college, but you like to get school. Only that's your dues. For you, one for your friends to go, take you in a home. Be paid, having your way. Just like Nationwide helps millions of people prepare for their financial future, I'm here to help you prepare for the NFL draft. Rearrange your future policies. Seriously, no one's long before this. People like this. They have a lot of emails. All right, give me your best condition. Too much. Yeah, that's way too much. AT&T just sent me a heads up on the best plan.
Yeah, DeJean with the torn ACL hurts. As
AT&T Optimizer provides proactive recommendations so you get what's right for you.
still wish the Packers would have got him though. That is a bit of a bummer. As the Buccaneers are going Graham Barton at 26. The Cardinals are going with Darius Robinson at 27. So at 26, Graham Barton. As I look on my mock draft, I did not have him in my first round. He was a guy I was considering. I just didn't see a team fit that I really liked him with. Probably should have had him to the Bucks. But I didn't know what to do with Jared Verse. So that's where I had Verse going. And then, like I said, at 27, Darius Robinson went to the Cardinals. I missed on both of those guys. I think Buffalo's going receiver, though, so that is good. Hopefully, the Bills will get A.D. Mitchell. Hopefully that's what they go with because I could use the match. I could certainly use the match. Barton's a good pick. I should have had him in. I just didn't have a spot for him. Yeah, I got you. If I stream Saturday, I got you. Well, see, I don't know if Wiggins is going to fall out because, I mean, you look at the teams still left to pick. The Chiefs could go corner because they lost Snead. The Niners could definitely go corner. Even the Cowboys could potentially go corner. So, I mean, there's 3 teams still on the board that could take a cornerback here.
He is a foundational type of piece, the kind of guy who can really change the entire culture of your offensive line room, which is exactly what him. And his first round kick rate for centers is the best of any position, 92% over the last 20 years. 11 of 12 have been hits, means they get their second contract with the same team. Center position is very safe. Safest spot drafting the first half in 20 years. And when you look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they've been searching for a center since Ryan did. So it's kind of they didn't need to be able to capture the line of scrimmage, man. Yeah, they can't get any movement. They really have no ability to do that. Arizona next. 27th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. The Arizona Cardinals select Darius Robinson.
What I'm hoping for Green Bay is that they will trade back into the first round, hopefully to 31 with the Niners. Give San Francisco both seconds that we have. Hopefully give them both seconds. And then take either DeJean, Wiggins, or McKinstry, whoever's available. Or if all are available, then hopefully we could get back up in there and take somebody. Yeah, I agree. Buffalo's either going A.D. Mitchell. I don't think Troy Franklin. I think it's either A.D. Mitchell, Keon Coleman, or Leggett. And I'm thinking I have them taking Mitchell. I think it's either Mitchell or Coleman is who I would think they would go with. Hopefully it's Mitchell. Hopefully it's Mitchell because I could use another match here. I'm waiting on my guy, Albert Breer, to update me.
He got so much strikes that I'm going to show that 21 reps. And he got the 30 plus. So, I mean, it just seems like he's a motor. Right. And that versatility, he did it outside. He did it inside of Missouri. He was productive. He was impactful. It's pulling it out of him on a regular down in and down out good. Because I'll tell you what, you turn on Kentucky game week 7, and I'm sitting here typing notes down going, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Then he gets to Ohio State all of a sudden, and he's all up and he's flying. Look at that ball. And everybody takes us to the stage, Molly.
Oh, I think if Troy Franklin falls to the Browns in the second round, I think that's a great pick because the Browns need some receiver help. And that would be an excellent, excellent pickup for Cleveland. Great pickup for Cleveland if they can get him there.
Just really excited for this opportunity. Got all my family and friends here to support me, and it's time to go to work. What will your versatility bring to this Cardinals defense? They're bringing everything, man. I told them in my interview, just line me up. I'm going to get my cleats to the ground and play fast. I'm going to be violent, keep my hands inside, and play hard as I can.
The hometown kid headed to Arizona. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. We have a photo of Darius here again, high school, the football star, right in this Detroit area. There he is. Canton High School.
As let's see if we've got any update. Interesting, the Chiefs trading up. The Chiefs gonna trade up. The Chiefs are going to take Xavier Worthy. They're taking Xavier Worthy, another guy I had just outside of my first round. That still leaves A.D. Mitchell on the board for Buffalo at 32. They can get him. If they can get him. The Chiefs drafted Xavier Worthy. That's who the Chiefs went with. I am a bit worried about his size.
Number 1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, brings you the Ego Power Plus string trimmer with power load technology. Beat the line, push the button, and get back to work. Ego exclusively at Lowe's, Ace, and Ego authorized dealers. Get everybody. It's the cartridge. No, the only thing that works as hard as Pro. He's out of the Lloyd's Transactor credits. That's why when you stock up on the many items you need, you earn bonus points to get the stuff you want. Join MVP's Pro Rewards and start earning today. You got this. We got you. Are you a legend? So we gave you this metal. So giant box and one. That's first extension. You know what I mean? The schedule is released. This is a heavyweight matchup.
As this has been a very, very interesting draft. The Chiefs trading up to get Worthy. And
Because of the Monster Super Bowl has been exceptional. They had all sorts of issues there last season. They did sign Hollywood Brown during this offseason, but they have a whole other problem with one of their
the Chiefs.
Chiefs have moved up from number 32 to number 28, which is Buffalo's spot. A lot of people thought Buffalo would be in the market for a wide receiver, but they're up for situation later. This gives the Chiefs the opportunity to move up to number 28 to take the wide receiver that they
I do too. I agree. I actually agree with that a lot. AD is going to be Higgins 2.0. I agree. I think he may slide out of the first round. If he doesn't get drafted tonight, the Panthers are taking him at 33. Guaranteed Panthers take him at 33. And he's going to be just like T. Higgins. And the Cowboys are taking Tyler Guyton at number 29, offensive tackle from Oklahoma. Kind of saw that one coming.
Please welcome Justin to the stage, whose wishes to announce the first round draft pick for his beloved Kansas City Chiefs. I'd like all of you to join me in cheering Justin as his wish comes true. The floor is yours, Justin. The Buffalo Bills have traded 28 picks to the Kansas City Chiefs. With the 28th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the back-to-back Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs select and name your worthy. At least 2 decades, super productive, 3 years starting. Big 12 offensive freshman of the year in 2021. 197 catches, 26 touchdowns. He doesn't turn 21 years old until Saturday. Hell, the Kansas City Chiefs just got a dynamic player. What I love about him is his toughness. People come back in with the 5'11", he'll get that shoulder, that defensive back. I think he's just going to take it out of bounds. Jet sweep, slot, line, punt returner, 18-year-old, true freshman, 2021. 9 catches for 261 yards, a couple touchdowns.
All right, can you guys imagine this for me? 4.21 speed. Gonna burn DBs with Mahomes throwing the football to him. Like, this is gonna be crazy. Especially with them signing Hollywood Brown. We'll see what happens with Rashee Rice. Let me look this up because they might have released him.
The Kansas City Chiefs are the team they cannot get past, and they trade back to allow the Chiefs to take the next player who might be their next Tyreek Hill type offensive star. This is a very, very confusing move by the Bills.
They clearly feel as though they're sitting down here at pick 32, that they'll be able to get themselves a pretty good player, and they will get themselves a pretty good player. But I'll tell you what, if there's any team that I believe will be able to maximize this young man's ability, in Kansas City. Right. Now, what's interesting about it is now they have Xavier Worthy, they have Marquise Brown. I would assume that they're probably not done yet building out their wide receiver room either. Because they have a lot of guys who think one profile. I'm just wondering if those Reed and Red Beats want another profile, a bigger guy, a guy who isn't just a speed burner. Although, look, Xavier Worthy, you're right, he's not a 1-2.
When you look at Rashee Rice, I just looked it up. It doesn't appear that he's going to be, kicked out of the NFL or anything like that. But it said there is a high probability he's suspended for at least some portion of 2024. For at least some point of 2024. So it wouldn't be a bad idea. It wasn't a bad idea for them to take Worthy. And if he can stay healthy and take some hits, I know he's a little bit underweight, but it wouldn't be a bad. It's going to be fun to watch Mahomes throw the ball up to him. All right, so we know the Cowboys are going with Guyton. All right, so they finally got me updated here on the huddle report. They had a few of my players put in wrong. They finally got me updated here. So I'm looking, Reichley's a little bit ahead of me by 2 points. He's got one more match than I do. It'd be awesome if I could get A.D. Mitchell to Buffalo. I had the Ravens taking Guyton, so I can only get a point here from this one. As we're seeing, the Ravens are going with Nate Wiggins at cornerback here with pick number 30.
Defensive players late in this set. You couldn't possibly do better. You only had 8 of them go so far. Let me give you one more note on the Cowboys. Tyler Guyton was the 5th offensive lineman they drafted in the first round in the last 40 years. Each of the previous 4 became Pro Bowl players. Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, and Tyler Smith. So they've done very well taking offensive linemen in the past. Mel, to your point, they still need more of the help there. The Ravens are on the board, as you mentioned it. That's needed for a corner. So they have to battle with Nate Wiggins and Cooper is needed, and he couldn't have worked out any better with Baltimore Ravens. The rookie change here is now Jason Lewis. Will be a good choice. I'm thinking Wiggins, I've been saying this the quarter started coming off the board, but I have to put on mental wins. I didn't think he could do it all. Again, one of those guys who's
so Nate Wiggins off the board to Baltimore. So we're going to have 2 more picks here left in the first round. There's still a chance. Kool-Aid could go 31. I think with DeJean's medical history, it's possible that the Niners, if they go the cornerback route, take take him over him. It's possible. I'm hoping that the Niners are stupid and take it and ignore DeJean, ignore McKinstry, and go get Ennis Rakestraw, because that's who I had him taking. And if I could match that one, that would be huge for me. That would be huge for me in the competition. As I'm going to take a quick break, got to go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back. No, San Francisco isn't going Mike Call Jr. here. No, he's not going until later second round, I wouldn't imagine. I wouldn't imagine so.
Also, try our allergy, headache, and nighttime pills. Where'd you learn to serve?
Oh, I didn't serve. What, if your spouse, parent, or grandparent served in the military? You can join USAA.
Yeah, my grandpa did. So I'm already in. But I was talking about your serve.
Oh,
USAA
for the military community. Verizon Small Business Days are here, April 22nd to the 28th. Get a free tech check, personalized advice, and special offers and deals, like a free 5G phone when you switch. No trade-in required. Don't miss out. Get more for your business. Partner with our experts today. Let's make it happen. Rollins never misses a good mile party. Here's you. Don't sit and thinking until you try, especially. No one wants to hear it.
Unless you had spicy pepper sauce on the top and bottom buns.
I think every team wants Peyton Wilson. If we're being honest, I think all of them want Peyton Wilson. I mean, he's just incredible. The 49ers are taking wide receiver Ricky Pearsall out of Florida. Very interesting pick there. Very interesting. Don't believe I understand that one at all. I don't understand that one at all.
Super Bowl losses, including that overtime loss that past year. And you can see they've added quite a few players and lost quite a few more. Time of change for San Francisco, so close to a championship. Now, once they need to put them over the top. The right tackle spot offensive line, they're going to have a wide receiver addition, and then maybe a quarterback at some point. So, yeah, no doubt about it. I think you never put it back, John. It's upgraded from an input standpoint. The offensive line knowing how they want to run the football. And also, think about this. There are reports that Debo and Samuel and Brandon Ayuk could eventually be traded. Maybe they look at a wide receiver here. You're expecting a lot more wide receivers than number so far. Eddie Goschel is still on the board. Xavier Legette is still on the board. But quite a few names that Bell has been talking about for weeks. We thought we would get 7 wide receivers selected tonight, but not here. We will get there. We shall see the Niners will make here, but the Bills will finish up that one. The correct pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. Stay with Mr. 49ers select Ricky Pearsall. Wide receiver. There's a little bit of a surprise. Spent 3 seasons in Arizona State before transferring at 65 catches for the Gators last year, 4 touchdowns, 2 more rushing now. Arizona State with Herm Edwards, and then he goes to Florida, and he ends up running a 4.41 at the combine, 6'1", 189-pounder, ultra 40 vertical, and that build-up speed, the attention to detail when it comes to releases off the line, route running, route breaks. He's fast, he's tough. Outstanding. He makes some circus highlight reel protected during his career from Arizona State and certainly in Florida this past season. He also be an asset with respect to his country turn skills. He said, hey, offensive line, black receiver secondary, they need to address. Mentioned the possibilities of trade there.
As we have a trade, the Carolina Panthers move from 33 to 32. So Buffalo trades down twice. They trade out of the first round. They'll have a second-round pick. Be interesting to see who the Panthers take here.
Sheffield, the one that Booker was making a few moments ago, the 49ers taking a wide receiver. Sheffield, what should we make of that? They do not have a trade that's close right now, but there are questions about each of their top 3 wide receivers. Obviously, Brandon Ayuk remains unsigned. For point time, Samuel's got a big cap number next year. At the time when they signed Brock Purdy to an extension, and their number 2 wide receiver, Juwan Jennings, is on a 1-year contract. So there are questions about all 3 of their top receivers, which helps explain why the 49ers tonight is their first pick
their 31st overall selection on Florida wide receiver Pearson. And for a team that their most valuable weapon
And the Carolina Panthers are taking the receiver out of South Carolina, Xavier Legette.
I'll tell you this, now the Buffalo is on the clock. Look. Okay, well, now the Carolina is on the clock. Well, I'll tell you what. There's some nice wide receivers still here on the board. I don't disagree at all with them taking Richard Sherman because of the versatility that he's got. And the fact that this guy is a very good route runner, and he is someone with his hands, the way he can track the football down the field and make all kinds of different contested catches in all kinds of environments. I mean, that's the thing that hit off. Right? Move your receivers around.
Yeah, AD Mitchell's going 33.
I mean, he is a Swiss Army knife type of wide receiver in terms of his versatility. And that's what this draft really is known for, a wide receiver. All the different types of guys you can get.
Let's comment briefly on what Lewis just mentioned to you, which we were just being told as it happened. The Buffalo Bills initially had the 28th pick in this first round here tonight. They traded back from Kansas City to 32, and now they traded back again in Carolina. So a Bills team that has lost a lot of pieces, obviously trying to recoup that.
And on top of that, when you think about this, they traded Stephon Diggs. A lot of dead money. And so how can you offset some of the dead money? You got to have young players, rookie players. So they're trading back once, twice. They're going to get drafted. They're going to have younger players. This is the way that you offset some of that dead money is you get rookies that are on cheap deals because you trade no Stephon Diggs. So maybe this is your product.
So the Buffalo Bills moved back one spot from 32 to 33 with the Panthers, and they will jump up from so they get 33, pick 33 and pick 141, and Carolina gets pick 32 and pick 200. So a solid trade there for Buffalo as they've traded down and really helped their draft capital here. But yeah, so that's going to end the stream. We appreciate all of you guys hanging around and watching us. We hope you enjoyed the stream today. We appreciate all you guys, and we will see y'all next time. Help us hit that goal of 1,350 subs by the end of April. We appreciate all of our viewers, and we will catch you tomorrow. I'm sure we'll have some kind of video out reacting to the Packers.